friends at the Scoreboard Bar and Grill. Now, go get them, Tigers.
Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
We're minutes away from play-by-play. Let's meet the Huron Tigers.
Kaylee Rogers, number 5, senior. Reagan Bishop, number 10, sophomore. Jessica Noyes, number 12, junior. Addie Knight, 14, junior. Allie Davis, number 20, senior. Hilton Hines, number 22, senior. Abigail Harrington, number 23, junior. Ramsey Roselle, number 30, freshman. Lily Hofer, number 32, 8th grade. Spencer Gergen, number 33, senior. Lennon Caudell, number 34, sophomore. Chloe Carr, number 40, senior. Taylor Schlide, number 42, freshman. Claire Davis, number 44, sophomore. Isabel Kramer, number 45, junior.
Oakley Anderson, number 10, senior. Josh Gilbert, number 12, freshman.
James Schultz, 14, junior.
Miles Elwine, 20, sophomore.
Nolan Staley, 22, senior.
Mason Jurgens, number 23, senior. Chase Shuart, number 24, junior. Blake Elwine, number 30, senior. Anderson Porsche, number 32, junior.
Ty Kleinsoff there, junior, number 34. Davis Chase, 40, junior.
Tommy Martin, 42, senior.
Bryson North, 44, junior.
Carter Force, 50, freshman.
Neil Solomon, number 52, freshman.
Reagan Dirksen, 54, junior.
Malcolm Williams, 52, freshman.
Choose two-time South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year and the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena. We're just a couple of minutes away from tip-off finally here for our doubleheader tonight. Brookings Bobcats, Huron Tigers. Girls on the floor now, and the boys will follow. We're running way behind. The boys JV game went overtime. Huron did pick up the win, but that set us back a bit. And overall, we have... we'll be tipping off here. Well, like I said, we're supposed to tip off at 6 o'clock. We're going to be at least 45 minutes late here, but at least we're at home. So hopefully the roads are okay. Talked to some Brookings people who said they had really very few travel issues on the way here, but might be a little different on the way home as well. And, well, we'll get a late trip going home here anyway. Good to hear the pep band here tonight as we get set for tip-off here for our girls game. Brookings comes in with a record of 1-5, and again, their most experienced player, Macy Even, injured a knee last week, and she's out for tonight for sure, and they're kind of up in the air what her status will be for the rest of the season. Obviously, if they can, they want to get her back on the floor. By far their most experienced player, and without her, they start a couple of young girls, a freshman and 2 sophomores, along with 2 seniors in the starting lineup for Mitch McLagan and the Brookings Bobcats. Again, Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. The boys JV, Huron rallied for a 55-52 win. In overtime, Huron trailed by 15 during that game. And in the sophomore game just completed, Huron jumped out to a big halftime lead. Struggled some in the second half, but held on for a 52-42 win over Brookings. Those are lower levels for the for the boys here tonight at the arena. Doing the fanfare introductions again with the spotlights and the strobes as well. We'll have our national anthem coming up. Then after that, we'll get the introductions and we'll finally get this game tipped off. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes and return here to the Huron Arena. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Norby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Norby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Norby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Norby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
ProClean Plus offers epoxy floor cleaning for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at ProClean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East, or check out their website at procleanplus.net. ProClean Plus is a proud sponsor of Huron Tiger Sports.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena, set to go with our game. Here's the starters. Brookings Bobcats, record of 1-5. Head coach is Mitch McLagan. Sloan McLagan, daughter of the coach, 5'4" senior, starts at a guard. Tessa Connett, 5'10" sophomore. Julia Burns, a 5'10" sophomore. Clara Delbridge, a 5'11" senior, and Harper Hook is a 5'7" freshman. Huron Tigers head coach Cody Kaufman, record of 4-4. We'll start Addie Knight, a 5'9" junior. Allie Davis, a 5'8" senior. Hilton Hines, a 5'8" senior. Abby Harrington, a 5'9" junior. And Chloe Carr is a 6' senior. Officials for our game are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Calling our girls' game tonight is Matt Clark, Chad Voskel, and Rusty Keith. They are the law on the court, and they're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Waiting for the yelling to end in the background. We'll be ready to tip our game off. Huron in their home white, orange numbers and letters, orange and black trim, and Brookings in their road black with red numbers and letters and red and white trim. Huron coming towards me, and Brookings away from me for the first half. Tessa Connett will jump against Chloe Carr as we finally get underway here. 48 minutes behind schedule from our 6 o'clock tip-off. The ball is tossed up and controlled by Brookings, and McLagan will run the show tonight on the outside for the Bobcats. Straight man by Huron. Up top, Connett. Right back to McLagan. Comes back to the right side. Drives the paint. Kick out. Drive to the baseline. Burn. She's cut off. Has to come back up top. Here's a hard drive to the hoop. Shot up is short. And off the miss by Hook. Rebound, Allie Davis. Davis into the front court. Top of the key, Hilton Hines. Now Davis again, left wing. Looks like more of a zone here by Brookings to open up the game. Harrington in the corner. Harrington, Davis on the drive, pulls up with a 15-footer short. The rebound deflected out and controlled by Brookings. McLagan comes cross court to Hook, into the front court on the left side. McLagan, top of the key. Get it to the high post, Delbridge. They have a double high post. Delbridge will spin to the hoop. High off the glass, too strong. Rebound Harrington. And we end up with a jump ball. Possession will belong to the Huron Tigers. 1 minute gone here in our girls' game. No score. Brookings showing some pressure, full court. Mostly just picking him up man to man. Now give to Allie Davis. Davis. And very nearly a 10-second count and a steal by McLagan. McLagan will lob it up ahead. Knocked away. Good hustle back defensively by Harrington. Huron just seemed to be a little lackadaisical bringing the ball up. If McLagan hadn't got the steal, it might have been a 10-second count anyway. Inbounds McLagan, left wing. Three is short. Long rebound comes out to Burns. Burns will go baseline, slapped away by Davis. And possession will stay on the far end of the floor with the Brookings Bobcats. Still no score. We played just about a minute and a half. Inbounds Connett. We'll get it back to McLagan, top of the key. Right side, long three. I believe that's Burns, too strong. Rebound slapped out. Brookings controls, but then throws it away, trying to get it kicked out. Having a little trouble with the red numbers on the black jerseys. For Brookings, they start off the game 0 for 4 from the field. Still no score. Davis, free throw line. Three, Hilton Hines, left wing. Boom! Hilton Hines drains a three to open up the scoring. 3-0 Huron Tigers. McLagan into the front court. Gets Brookings in the set and then threw it behind Burns. Burns started to go to her position and McLagan thought she was going to stay out there. Turnover gives the ball back to Huron. Davis being watched up the floor by Hook across the timeline. Allie Davis has Knight way up top. Knight hooks the pass to Harrington. Davis in the corner. On the right elbow, it's Hines. Harrington right back to Hines. Another three, right side this time. That one hit the front of the iron, no good. Rebound underneath by Burns. Hook into the front court and nearly threw it away and does throw it away. Hilton Hines jumped in front of the Brookings player, I believe it was Burns, and slapped it away, but it was last touch. The official says by Burns, and Huron forces another turnover. 3-0 Huron, just underway. We played 2.5 minutes. Knight in the corner against the Brookings zone. Back up top, Hines. Hines into the paint, had the ball stripped, and nice toss to get it back to Knight. Now right back to Hines in the corner. Top the key, Davis, swing it right side, Harrington. Harrington has the ball knocked away, gets control again. To the high post, Knight feeds it back out to Hines. Hines starts the drive, spin move, and is fouled. Hilton Hines will go to the line for two. The foul, I believe, will be on Clara Delbridge, and that'll be the first foul of the game.
Number 30, Clara Delbridge.
So Hilton Hines will get two shots. First one is good, and it's 4-0 Huron. Second free throw is short, 4-0 Huron. Rebound underneath by Connett. McLagan will dribble the ball across the timeline, get Brookings into the offense. High post, Delbridge. Delbridge takes a dribble. Thought about the shot from the free throw line. Now hands it off to Burns. Up top three for Hook is good. The ninth grader, Harper Hook with the three ball. And we have a timeout, Brookings. 4:44 to go, first quarter, 4-3 lead for Huron. Timeout, Brookings, 1 minute timeout on Dakota Sports.
We know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Carr Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Great teams need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishops at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Full timeout taken by Coach McLagan. Brookings comes out with a half-court trap. Nice pass into the front court. Knight. Now she's trapped in the corner. Dumps it back to Hines, right wing. Top of the key, swing it left side. Jency Gergen in. She'll fire the three. No good. Rebound, and Addie Knight going after it, and she's going to be fouled on the ensuing scramble. Taylor Conant with the foul came in off the timeout. And she'll pick up the foul, her first, second team. The Conant girls are twins. Tessa and Taylor. Inbounds Knight on the left wing. Feeds in the corner, Gergen. Gergen lobs it to Allie Davis up top. Allie, couple of dribbles. Hines on the right side. Hilton with the drive. 14-footer in traffic. No good. Rebound, and Gergen could not quite grab the rebound. Ball will belong to Brookings. And Huron showing some full court pressure. 4:09 to go, first quarter, 4-3 lead Huron in our girls game. Finally, we're gonna get the ball inbounded. McLagan in the backcourt with some dribbles. Huron still staying in that trap. I think they want to trap once she crosses the timeline, but she throws over it, gets it up ahead to Conant. Conant will go baseline, forced up a shot, no good. Rebound, and Allie Davis comes out with the loose ball. Allie into the front court. McLagan gets in front of her. Now it's Hines, free throw line. She'll drive, a little bump, a wild shot. There was definitely some contact there, I will say that. But out of bounds, last touched by Hines. It'll be Brookings ball. Haley Rogers in for the first time for Huron. Harrington back in. Knight and Carr get a break. Inbounds comes up ahead to Tessa Conant. Nearly stolen away by Hilton Hines. Goes out of bounds. Will stay with Brookings. 3:39 to go. First quarter. 4-3 lead Huron. McLagan gets Brookings into the offense. Left side. Flip it off to Burns, low post to Hook, can't get a shot off, and tries to kick it out, and she and Burns were not on the same page and threw it out of bounds. The ball turns back over to Huron. If you're Brookings, you got to feel like, you know what, we're only down 4-3. We've made a lot of mistakes, but we've been playing some good defense, and Huron has not been comfortable on offense. Davis, right side, Rogers. Rogers, baseline, Hines. Hines kicks back up, top of the key three, Gergen, in and out. Rebound, Harrington, tied up, will have a jump ball. And possession to the Brookings Bobcats. Jency Gergen had that go all the way down, then pop out on her. Still pressure by Huron in the backcourt. And there's a foul on Allie Davis. Could see that as McLagan had a step on Allie, and Allie kind of stuck the elbow out. First foul of the game against the Tigers. That'll be on Allie Davis. 3:05 to go first quarter, 4-3. Huron leading Brookings. Julia Burns way outside, gives to McLagan. Huron staying straight man. McLagan comes to the right, cut in the middle, over through the pass, but Allie Davis could not haul it in. That's a break for Brookings. Otherwise, that would have been a turnover. And Brookings will inbound it from the baseline, far into the floor. McLagan goes inside, low post. Burns, I believe, kick back out in the corner. Brookings drives in the paint, back door wide open, and the layup good underneath. Good ball movement, and Taylor Conant with the bucket, and Brookings has their first lead at 5-4. 2.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Hilton Hines double teamed by the timeline, lobs the pass up to Davis. Davis is stripped. Now she's being double teamed, and Brookings just too aggressive there with McLagan and Burns both slapping the double team on Davis. Julia Burns with the foul, her first, third team on Brookings. McLagan, the coach, is registering his advice on that call. Allie Davis, three, right wing, no good. Rebound comes out long. I believe last touch by Gergen it was. Well, Huron neither team's been shooting the ball very well. Coming in for Brookings is Abigail Bisker, a 9th grader, in for the first time, I believe. Huron still pressing full court. Get it into McLagan against Davis. McLagan in the backcourt, gets by Davis in front court. She's on the drive, goes by everybody. Blocked by Harrington. Nice play by Abby, and a foul. No, Hilton Hines got the rebound, but then stepped out of bounds. But that was a great defensive play by Harrington. Now, they switched. Yeah, okay, they're Huron's lining up to get the ball, and I saw the official point Brookings' way right away. Now the officials are going to come together. Now they do say, yes, it is. I think the official all along was, well, what are we doing here? The one official kept pointing Brookings' way, and then one official came, no, you're pointing the wrong way. Now the third official has come in to chime in, and who's going to have the ball? After a long conversation, or are they going to call this a possession arrow? Huron's going to get the ball, I think, either way, but may lose the possession arrow off it as there's a conversation at the scorer's bench. And it will be Huron ball. We'll see if they keep the possession arrow. Inside of 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Huron hasn't scored in a while. Double team. And gets to Hines, up ahead, Knight, low post, nearly threw it away. Nice catch by Carr. Then Carr gets tied up from behind by Delbridge. Jump ball, and it will stay with Huron, so the arrow did not change. Gergen in, Davis out for Huron, 1 minute after 7 o'clock. KIJV, AM, FM, Huron. Now, I think McLagan thought what I thought, Coach McLagan, that it was going to go to a possession arrow on that last play, but no, as Huron still has the ball. Outside, Hilton Hines. Hilton goes paint back outside. Brookings packing the middle. They don't want Hilton Hines to penetrate up the middle. Open three, Hines, left wing, too strong. Rebound underneath for Brookings with Taylor Connett. 5-4 Brookings, minute and a half to go, first quarter. Up ahead, nearly a travel there by Taylor Connett. She double clutch. McLagan gets Brookings into the offense. Flip to the left side to Tessa Connett. Reverse it right side, McLagan again. McLagan against Knight. High pass, Connett able to grab it down. 7 seconds on the shot clock for Brookings. Taylor Connett comes right side. Drive and nearly stolen away, is stolen away. Defensive play by Hilton Hines, saved it into Knight. Knight into the front court as Gergen. Now Harrington. Harrington will pull up, fell down. Open three for Gergen. No good. Huron's had open looks at threes. They have not dropped. 47 seconds to go, first quarter. 5-4 Brookings. McLagan on the drive again, goes inside, low post. Ball rolls away, battle for the ball. Knight going to be tied up with Burns, I believe. Delbridge, excuse me. Brookings will get the ball on the arrows. We're down to 37 seconds to go, third in the first quarter. Huron scored 4 points in about the first 2 minutes, haven't scored since. As Huron's really been uncomfortable on offense, Brookings is packing away his zone. Huron's had the open threes, can't hit them, and the lane has been clogged up completely by the Brookings defense. Hook on the left wing, lost her dribble, goes inside, low post, Connett, I believe, and ball stolen away. Knight with the steal, then she's going to be fouled coming the other way by Delbridge. Delbridge picks up her second foul. That'll be the fourth team on Brookings, but just 19 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Been a long time since Huron has scored, and they trail 5-4. McLagan back in for Brookings, replacing Delbridge, who picks up that second foul here in the first quarter. Davis back in. She'll bring the ball up. 15 seconds to go, first quarter. Davis right, comes up top to Knight. Right side, Harrington, 8 seconds. Davis goes high post to Hines, double team. Hines swings through it. Running one-hander, no good. Rebound underneath, and I believe Davis touched the ball going after the loose ball out of bounds. but just 9/10 of a second left for Brookings. Not much you can do with this, having to go the full length of the floor. They'll inbound it. That will end the first quarter. Brookings 5, Huron 4. Timeout. 1 minute on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located at 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant teeth screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. 5-4, Brookings leading here at the end of the first quarter, shooting in the first quarter. Brookings 2 of 8, Huron 1 of 11, so neither team shooting. And Brookings, they're just packing in the zone. They're taking the lane away from Huron. Huron's had plenty of open threes, only been able to knock down one. Now Brookings does come out with a man here, and they get a steal right away. Taylor Connett with the steal down the floor, missed the layup. Rebound by Harrington, and she stepped out of bounds, getting the rebound. The ball will remain with Brookings. So Brookings came out in a man-to-man, and Huron immediately turned it over. Brookings inbounds. Left side drive, open jumper for Burns is good. Julia Burns, her first bucket, 7-4. Brookings, 7-0 run by Brookings. It's been a slow 7-0 run. Lob in the middle, they get it to Davis against the press, and a foul going to go on Brookings. Somebody went for the steal. I believe it was Tessa Connett. That'll be her first in the first team here in the second quarter. But Huron just has to get something going on offense. They hit a three, they hit a free throw, and that came in the first couple minutes of the game and have not been able to get anything else going since. Inbounds, Knight right back to Davis. Now Brookings back in the zone as well. Knight back in the corner, Davis, high post. Harrington double team, goes back door to Knight in the corner, Hines. Hines back up top. Harrington breaks through a double team, had the ball slapped away. Back comes Brookings with a 7-4 lead. Hook into the front court. Connett bumps into Hines, fades away and shoots. Taylor Connett has 4, and Brookings up 9-4. 1 minute gone, second quarter. Up top, wide open three, Hines, no good. Rebound, Davis powers up to get it, now on the floor, jump ball, possession to Brookings. Huron continues to struggle shooting the basketball. Freshman Jayla Schley in for the first time for Huron. Jency Gergen back in as Harrington and Davis come out. Just have to have somebody pop a three. Until Huron does that, Brookings is going to plug up that zone and take away anything in the lane. McLagan bringing the ball up. Gets Brookings into the front court. Double screen up top. And McLagan lost the ball and going to be picked up by Schley. Hines up ahead, Knight in the front court. Knight cuts in the lane, goes into a double team, lost the ball. It'll belong to Brookings, and Brookings is just keeping themselves between the ball and the basket, and Huron just has not been able to get anything on offense. Pass in the middle to Tessa Connett, and the ball slapped away, stolen by Schley. Schley to the hoop and is fouled. Jayla Schley, the ninth grader, had the steal on the press and then got bumped going up for the shot. And she'll get a pair of free throws. Sloan McLagan picks up her first, second team on Brookings. Free throw is no good. Huron, I think, is close to a quarter in basketball time without scoring. They led 4-0. Now they're down 9-4. That one off as well. Rebound on the baseline by Connett. Brookings looks for a chance to stretch the lead. McLagan in the front court against Knight. Comes off to the right side. Taylor Conant. Burns now left side McLagan. McLagan gets a screen in the corner. Long three, in and out. Rebound underneath for Brookings, but then lost, and Carr lost it, and Conant picks it up. Taylor Conant was 6 points, and Brookings up 11-4, 11-0 run going back to early in the first quarter. 5:49 to go in the first half. Huron still stuck at 4. Ball deflected out of bounds, but Huron is completely out of sync on offense here in the first half. Brookings again is just hanging basically in that zone and taking the middle away from Huron. 3-2 zone this time. Hines now Knight. Knight goes high post to Carr. In the corner, Gergen. Here's Hines. She'll go into the paint. Double team in traffic. Got it to go. First bucket in a long time for Huron. 11-6 Brookings. They break the press. Taylor Conant into the front court. McLagan top of the key. We're in the second quarter. 11-6 Brookings leading. Huron scored for the first time in a long time on that last possession. McLagan back up top. Tessa Conant. Brookings being patient. Tessa Conant, low post against Knight. Ball slapped away, and loose ball still on the floor. And finally, Hook going to catch it up, and a foul going to go on Huron as I think it was Chloe Carr or it was a Schley. Schley just a little too aggressive, basically jumped on top of Hook trying to get the loose ball. Jayla Schley, her first in the first team on Huron. Davis in, Knight out for Huron. Brookings came in with a new player, Delbridge, back in as well. Delbridge on the baseline, kicks back out. Burns has a lane, and a foul going to go on Huron. Foul is on Chloe Carr, her first. We're at 2 team fouls apiece here in the second quarter with 4:53 to go in the first half. Inbounds, McLagan baseline, fires back door to Burns. Burns now up top of the key. Burns uses a screen, takes the three, off the mark, rebound out, and Hilton Hines has the board. Up the floor comes Jency Gergen. Now it's Davis in the corner. Carr fakes the three, drives baseline. Here's the cut by Hines. Nice catch, hard to the hoop, no good. Rebound Schley, her putback won't go. Hines comes out and gets fouled. So Huron still cannot get the ball to go in the basket, but they gave themselves a couple of chances. Julia Burns with the foul. That's her second and the third team in the quarter for Brookings. Taylor Conant quickly back in for Brookings. Harrington in, Carr out for Huron. Inbounds in the middle, and ball slapped away, and McLagan going the other way. Harrington in pursuit. Ball slapped away by Davis, and Harrington picks up the loose ball, and a foul going to go in the backcourt on Brookings. Good hustle. Harrington showed some nice hustle defensively. I guess that was Davis that hustled and knocked the ball away from McLagan. Harper Hook picks up the foul, her first, fourth team. We have a timeout. 4:17 to go, first half. 11-6 Brookings will take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
This timeout brought to you by
For existing homes, I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
.417 to go in the first half. 30-second timeout taken there by the Huron Tigers. 11-6 Brookings. Both teams have really struggled offensively. Huron's missed a lot of shots. Brookings turnovers, although they're not shooting the lights out either. But they do lead 11-6. Huron ball, half court trap by Brookings. Davis dumps it ahead to Schley. Right back to Davis. Alley on the drive. Down to the baseline. Gergen fakes. Cross court to Hines. Hines thought about the three, whips it back to Davis. Nice catch on the corner. Baseline. She'll lean in. Shot up. No good. Schley with the rebound. Kicks out three for Hines. It's good. Offensive rebound by Schley. Kicks it out to Hines. Huron within two. 11-9. Hines has all 9 points for Huron. 3:40 to go in the first half. McLagan. Huron working his zone here now. 2-3. Conant will go baseline, bumps into Harrington. Kick back out up top. That's Tessa Conant. Go in the middle, kick out in the corner. Delbridge goes back door to Conant. Block and a foul going to go on Schley. Free throws on the way for the Brookings Bobcats. Jayla Schley will pick up her second foul. And at the free throw line is Tessa Conant, has not scored. This will be the first free throw opportunity for Brookings in the game. And Tessa Conant knocks down the first free throw. 12-9, the lead back at 3 for Brookings. Third team foul on Huron. Brookings has 4. Second shot is good as Conant hits them both. Lead back at 4, 13-9 Brookings with 3:22 to go in the first half. Davis lobs it up ahead to Gergen on the right wing. Wide open three. Got it. Needed that one. Jency Gergen hits the wide open three. Huron within 1, 13-12. As we near 3 minutes to go in the first half. Right side Conant up top. New girl in there for Brookings. That's Caitlin Harris. Goes in the middle. The ball rolls away. Picked up by Gergen. Gergen weaves through traffic. Bounce pass to Davis. Running the floor. Layup no good. Harrington with the rebound up top. Open three for Hines. No good. Offensive rebound. Davis again. Gives to Hines. Hilton into the paint. Her roller won't go. 3 tries. No points for Huron. Still a 13-12 lead Brookings with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Bobcats on the offense. Harris, McLagan up top. Huron zoning again. Harris on the left wing. Baseline, Tessa Conant, low post Delbridge. Kick out, open three, top of the key is off. And the rebound for Jayla Schley. Schley on the dribble into the front court, stops top of the key. Gives to Gergen, left side. Cross court, Davis wants three off the right elbow. Short, no good. Gergen offensive rebound. Brings it back out, almost lost it. Now she's double teamed. And a foul going to go on Brookings. And that will put Huron in the bonus and 2 free throws for Jency Gergen. Minute 59 to go in the first half. 13-12 Brookings. Tessa Conant picks up her second. So Tessa Conant, Burns, and Delbridge all have 2 for Brookings. Schley has 2 for Huron. Free throw good for Jency Gergen. She has 4, and we're tied at 13. Chloe Carr back in for Huron, replacing Schley. A couple of new girls came in for Brookings. I believe Harper Hook was one of them. Second free throw, Gergen, is good. Gergen with 5. Huron leads for the first time since 4-3. It's 14-13 Huron with a minute 59 to go in the first half. Harper Hook will run the offense this time for the Bobcats. McLagan goes high post. They go back door to Conant. Lost the ball. Looked like she was trying to shoot it before she caught it. And the ball turns back over to the Huron Tigers. Minute 45 left here in the first half. Pressure. Davis into the front, or not in the front court yet. Ball tipped. And nice save by Knight. Gets it up ahead. Just beats the 10-second count. Left side, Rogers passed up the 3. Inside to Carr. Carr, double team, wrap around, stolen away by Hook. Back she goes. She's got the uncontested layup for 2. Harper Hook with her second bucket. Brookings leads 15-14. Minute 19 to go here in the first half. High post, it's Hilton Hines. Backs it out against the Brookings zone. Hilton on the right side. Cross court to Rogers. Rogers flips to Davis, left side. 1 minute to go, first half. Free throw line. Knight will step in and take the 12-footer. Nobody guarded her. Addie Knight hits the bucket. Huron up 16-15. 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Brookings ball going to the far end of the floor. Left side hooked. Now McLagan, a deep three. Airballed it. Oh, I guess it did hit rim because it came down to Knight. Knight gets trapped, knocked away, and the ball will belong to Brookings, or to Huron, excuse me. Boy, Brookings is slapping a double team on anybody who gets a rebound in white. Still some pressure in the backcourt. Get it up ahead to Knight. Bounce pass back to Hines. Hilton across the timeline. Up to the top of the key. Left side. High post Carr. Carr will feed it down low to Knight. Puts it up too hard. Rebound for Brookings. Shot clock off with 15 seconds to go in the first half. McLagan into the front court. Gets away from Knight. Conant in the corner. Now McLagan. Goes inside, ball knocked away, picked up by Carr. 5 seconds to work with. Hilton Hines down the floor and gets the shot off. Oh, just off the rim at the buzzer. At the half, it's Huron 16, Brookings 15. Timeout 2 minutes, then back here with our halftime on Dakota Sports.
Is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their show, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Signature Plus Downtown Huron specializes in embroidered and screen-printed items and awards. Signature Plus does all work in-house with the latest in technology and equipment, paying attention to the smallest details. Screen printing and embroidery, stop by for your Huron Tiger sports apparel and for casual business wear. Located at 363 Wisconsin Avenue Southwest, downtown Huron. Signature Plus supporting the Huron Tigers.
Welcome back at the Huron Arena. Our halftime score in our girls game. Huron 16, Brookings 15. I think the biggest lead in the first half was 9-2 Brookings. Or 9-4 Brookings. Huron had the 4-0 lead early. Here's we'll get to the stats coming up. Let's do a Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. AA girls, Roosevelt defeated Harrisburg 55-48. Halftime, O'Gorman 50, Aberdeen 25. That's all I have for girls AA scores. Boys AA. Midway through the second quarter, Jefferson leads Yankton 19-9. Also midway through the second quarter, O'Gorman 29, Aberdeen 13. That's your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. We'll take another 2-minute timeout, run down the stats next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
With Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at Pop? PB Sports, of course. Proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
So, where do you want to go eat?
How about that new place, the 18th century theme restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ Blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for
hot eats and cool treats.
Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feeds help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
You've heard the saying.
Halftime here at the arena, Huron 16, Brookings 15 in our girls game. Scoring in the first half for Brookings, Taylor Conant off the bench with 6 points, 5 for Harper Hook, 2 points apiece, Tessa Conant and Julia Burns. For Huron, 9 points, Hilton Hines, 5 for Jency Gergen, and 2 for Addie Knight. Shooting in the first half, Brookings was 6 of 17, 35%, 1 of 7 on threes, 2 of 2 on free throws. Huron 5 of 26 from the field, 19%, 3 of 12 on threes, 25%, 3 of 6 on free throws, 50%. Brookings with 12 rebounds in the first half, 3 for Taylor Conant and Tessa Conant. 16 rebounds for Huron, 4 for Allie Davis, and 4 for Abby Harrington. Also 4 for Jayla Schley. 13 turnovers for Brookings, 9 for Huron. Huron, quite a few more shots. Brookings had more struggles with turnovers than Huron, even though that stat was a little closer than what I expected. At the half, at 16-15, Huron in our girls game. Boys game will follow. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes and return here to the arena on Dakota Sports.
Bruises and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJB are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Welcome back to the arena. We're just about ready to tip off our second half here on Tigers, Brookings Bobcats. First game of the doubleheader. Again, we're running way behind. We got our girls game here started 48 minutes late. The JV boys went overtime. That's put us back a bit. Huron did win that JV game 55-52 in overtime. And then the boys sophomore game also went to Huron by a score of 52-42. Did not get the girls' lower level scores. I do know the girls' JV was leading by a pretty comfortable margin at halftime of their game. So ready to go with the second half. Both teams on the floor. I see one of the net on the rim on the far end of the floor is kind of hung up there. So they're trying to find somebody. Well, if one of the boys was out there, they could just run up and grab it, but they do need to fix that. But we will get our second half tipped off here very shortly. Now they're going to come out and bring the broom handle to hopefully get that undone. Well, it's still kind of stuck up there. Again, there we go. Now we're ready to play ball. Second half, neither team could get really much of anything going consistently in offense. See if a 10 minutes in the locker room changes that, as Brookings will have possession as we begin play in the third quarter. Starters out there for Huron. Looks like starters out there as well for Brookings. Hand off McLagan on the right wing. McLagan dribbles down towards the baseline. They go into Delbridge at the low post. Kick back up top to Burns. Burns will drive. Has a floater in traffic. No good. Rebound Brookings. Got it. Lost it. And Davis will pick up the loose ball. Almost traveled with it. Almost traveled again. And this time she did. Brookings wanted the first travel. Didn't get it. But the second one did. And here on a quick turnover, Brookings will get the ball right back here as we've started this third quarter. Bobcats in the front court. Hook hands it off to McLagan. McLagan dribbles down baseline. Kick out in the corner. Open three for Hook is short, but a long rebound comes out to Burns. McLagan, she'll take the three, and that's way short. Rebound underneath for Knight, gets to Harrington, outlets to Davis. Huron has some numbers if they push. Davis bumps into Burns, gets fouled. 2 free throws on the way for Allie Davis.
Number 22, Julia Burns, her third.
Julia Burns picks up her third. Again, Brookings has to be aware of that potential foul trouble. Burns now with 3. And Tessa Conant and Clara Delbridge each have 2. Free throw. Davis good. That's her first point of the game. And Huron up 2, 17-15. And quickly, Taylor Conant comes in for Burns. Taylor leads Brookings in scoring off the bench, and she didn't start but played most of the first half. Rebound, and Addison Knight able to grab it away from a Brookings girl off the miss, and Huron gets another chance at the possession. 1 point on the possession so far. Allie Davis deep in the corner, right side. Cross court Hines. Hines will drive, puts up the 10-footer off glass, too strong. Had a good look at it. Rebound, Harper Hook. Hook bumped in a foul, going to go on Knight. That'll be the first of the game against Addison. And we're at 1 team foul apiece here with just over a minute gone in the second quarter. Hook will bring the ball up, being shadowed there by Hines. Left side, Conant. Now again, Hook up the top of the key here on 3-2 zone. McLagan, cross-court pass in the corner. Conant wants three, in and out. Rebound, we're going to end up with a jump ball. You kind of had Tessa Conant reaching over Harrington. That could have just as well been her third foul. Huron will get the ball on the possession arrow with 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter. 2-point lead Huron, 17-15. Pass up ahead, they break the press. Harrington has a lane to the hoop and is fouled. And Delbridge picks up her third personal. And Abigail Harrington to the line to shoot two. So Burns and Delbridge each with three personal. Remember, Brookings is shorthanded anyway, missing Macy even, out with an injury. Harrington with the free throw. Good, her first point of the game. Huron up by 3, 18-15. Second free throw good as Harrington perfect on that. And Huron equals their biggest lead of the game. There's a travel in the backcourt, inbounds to Hook, and she made the double move both feet as Huron was slapping the double team, and a quick turnover to Huron, a chance for the Tigers to extend the lead. Pass comes in the middle to Hines, goes back door to Davis. Nice pass for the bucket. Great pass by Hilton Hines to find Davis wide open under the basket. Knight goes for the steal, almost got there. Slapped it away from McLagan. Will still be Brookings' ball, but Huron up 21-15. A great pass there by Hilton Hines to set up her teammate, Allie Davis. Huron up 6, their biggest lead of the game. McLagan weaves through traffic, trying to get away from the double team. Jump pass deflected, stolen by Hines, and she'll be fouled from behind by Tessa Conant, and she picks up her third. Huron starting to force some turnovers with the pressure. Brookings already up to 3 team fouls, and they have 3 starters with 3 personal right now. Looks like Tessa Conant is going to stay on the floor, as does Delbridge. With those 3, Brookings zoning. Hines on the right side, cross court, ball tipped. Davis gets control on the baseline. Back door open for Harrington, gets hammered again. And 2 more free throws for Abigail Harrington. And already Huron in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. We're at 5:43 to go in the third. And that is foul number 4 on Tessa Conant. So Brookings getting in big foul trouble here in the second half. Harrington short on the first free throw. She'll get 1 more. Now Julia Burns with her 3 fouls comes in for Tessa Conant, who just picked up her 4th. Second free throw, Harrington got that one, 3 out of 4 from the free throw line here in the third quarter. You're on the biggest lead, or equals the biggest lead for either team, 22-15. Brookings working against the pressure. Hook gets around Harrington. 10-second count. Too much dribbling and waiting, and a 10-second count. Huron forces the turnover back to Huron, and McLagan's upset about something, and I'm not sure what unless he thought that Harrington had some sort of blocking foul. Low post, Chloe Carr, double team, kicks back out to Knight. Knight will drive, shoot over Burns, no good. Rebound Brookings was a good look for Addie. McLagan into the front court, now brings it back out, sets it up. 5:14 to go, third quarter. Huron up 7. 22-15. Burns up top. McLagan go in the middle. The ball knocked away, and a foul on Davis. Boy, that looked like Allie had a pretty good angle on that pass for the steal. That's kind of a tough one. Allie Davis picks up her second and the second team on Huron. Brookings will run the out of bounds on the baseline below me to my right. Taylor Conant gives to Hook, now back to Conant, brings it back out left wing. McLagan will reset at the top of the key. Inside of 5 minutes to go, third quarter. 22-15 Huron. Girls game. Overhand pass and knocked away and stolen by Huron. Knight got a hand on the ball and tipped it to Hines. Up ahead quickly to Harrington. Abby baseline goes underneath to Davis, and we're going to be on the floor, and we have a timeout. Brookings will be Brookings possession when we come back. 4:38 to go here in the third quarter. 22-15 Huron. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Carr Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Brookings uses a 30-second timeout. Huron will slap on a diamond and one full court press off the timeout. McLagan in the corner, throws back in the middle to Burns. Now McLagan still in the backcourt, cross court. And Hook will get it across the timeline, and a blocking call going to go on Gergen, who is just a hair late getting there. Jency Gergen in for the first time here in the second half. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The third quarter's bogged down a bit. We've had some fouls called, 7 total between the two teams. Up top, Hook against the Huron zone, 2-3. Left side, Connett. McLagan goes high post. Delbridge wants to drive. Spin move around Carr. Got it. Delbridge with her first bucket. First bucket of the second half for Brookings, 22-17. The lead is 5 for Huron. Hines gets through the trap, will drive in, 10-footer in the paint, no good. Rebound Delbridge. Again, a good look. Huron's getting shots that are good shots that just won't drop. Brookings a chance to cut the lead. They're down 5, 3:49 to go, third quarter. Brookings working the perimeter of the Huron zone. McLagan up top in the corner. Connett wants 3, got it. Taylor Connett with the 3 ball, and just like that, it's a 2-point game again. 22-20 here on Davis drives, breaking the press. Right around Delbridge, no good, and Delbridge gets the ricochet rebound. Brookings a chance to tie or even take the lead with a long ball. Drive by Connett, and she'll bank it in for 2. Taylor Connett in double figures with 11, a 7-0 run by Brookings. We are tied at 22, 3:10 to go, third quarter. Up ahead, it's Knight. Knight will drive into the paint. Hook it underneath the basket for Carr. Did she travel? She did. She took a bunny hop, and she was wide open underneath the basket. The ball turns back over to Brookings. Schley in, Carr out for Huron. And now Harrington going to come in for Knight. Nope, they're going to say too late to check in, and Knight will stay on the floor for the time being. Huron again showing the full court pressure. Brookings handling it a little better. Past the Delbridge. Now hands it off. Hook almost traveled. And the ball nearly stripped. Hook into the front court. McLagan can set it up. She'll drive. Kick in the corner to Burns. Burns into a double team. Tried to feed it underneath the Delbridge. Stolen by Davis. Gets it up ahead to Hines. Hines down the floor. Goes into Hook. Count it. She's fouled. A blocking call on Harper Hook. Now I will say Hilton Hines definitely initiated the contact. And Hook is a little slow to get up as she took the brunt of that, I think, right on the collarbone, and she's still down right now. And this will bring Coach McLagan off the bench as Hook in a sitting position. But that was quite the collision, and again, Hook took the worst of it as Hilton Hines was charging hard to the hoop. So trainers are on the floor tending to Harper Hook. 2:43 to go in the third quarter, 24-22. Huron will take a timeout of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Great teams need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Welcome back to the arena. Harper Hook able to walk off the court. Kind of a hard luck there. She also got called for the foul. Almost looked like, now that I think about it, might have been one of those classic got the wind knocked out of her as she took the brunt of the collision under the basket with Hilton Hines. And Hilton a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Her free throw is good. Hilton with a dozen to lead Huron in scoring. 25-22 Huron, 2:43 to go. That ends the 7-0 run by Brookings. 2:40 to go, third quarter. McLagan has Conant up top. She's got the hot hand right now for Brookings. Caitlin Harris back in for Brookings. Low post, forced it into Delbridge, and that was an easy steal for Jayla Schley. Harrington, cross court, Hines, left wing in the corner. Bring it back up top. Gergen almost traveled with it. Up top, Harrington drives into the paint. Kick out three, Hines, yes! Hilton Hines drains a three. She scored the last 6 points for Huron, and Huron back up by 6, 28-22, nearing 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Brookings works the perimeter. Harrison on the right side. Taylor Conant up top, go to the high post, and a foul going to go on Schley as she tried to deny the ball from Delbridge. And Jayla Schley picks up her third. She's the first Huron Tiger with that many. For now, she'll stay on the floor with 1:57 to go in the third quarter. 28-22. Huron leading Brookings in our girls game. Conant goes low post, Delbridge, double team, and got the roller to go. Almost looked like she shuffled the feet. Delbridge, a good job at defeating the double team, though. 28-24 Huron, pass up ahead. One-handed catch by Gergen. Gergen drives down to the baseline, backs it out. 17-footer is short. Rebound comes straight down to Brookings. Bobcats can chip away at the lead again. Into the front court, three for Conant, no good. Rebound comes out long to Hines. Haley Rogers on the floor again for Huron. Pass up ahead to Schley, layup is good. Another great pass from Hines, leading Schley to the bucket for two. First points for Jayla. Huron back up by 6, 30-24, minute 10 to go, third quarter. Bobcats working against the Huron zone again. McLagan on the right wing. Up top, reverse left side, bobbled by Harris. Delbridge, low post, double team. Here's Conant. Double clutched and traveled, or as Harris, excuse me. Double clutched and traveled. The ball turns back over to Huron. Burns back in for Brookings as Delbridge will come off. 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Huron 30, Brookings 24. Hines will walk the ball up. It looks like Brookings may try to trap across the timeline. Here it comes. Gergen lobs it up ahead to Harrington. Harrington double teamed in the corner. Up top, swing it to Rogers. Open three, yes! Haley Rogers drains a deep three. Huron a 9-0 run to answer the 7-0 run by Brookings. It's 33-24, biggest lead either team in the game. Shot clock off, 24 seconds to go, third quarter. In the corner, Conant with the ball. Back up top, McLagan. McLagan has Hines on her. Hines, oh, Hilton. Hilton started reaching. You don't want to do that. Hilton Hines picks up her first. And that's the 15 foul and gives Brookings the bonus. Again, Hilton was just getting a little too slap happy there, as McLagan was not looking to shoot anyway. McLagan at the free throw line. First shot is good, and that is the first point for the Brookings Bobcats senior. In for Brookings, Zoe Miller, a senior, in for the first time for the Bobcats. With 14 seconds to go, third quarter. Second free throw gets the shooter's roll. McLagan hits them both. 33-26 Huron. Huron a chance to score before the end of the third quarter. Rogers on the right wing, 7 seconds. Baseline, it goes to Schley. Schley a dribble, 3-2, gotta go. Hines will shoot it up at the buzzer, in and out. And we head to the fourth quarter. Huron 33, Brookings 26. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Dine in, carry out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located at 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJB are your home for Huron sports.
We head to the fourth quarter. Huron 33, Brookings 26. Shooting in the third quarter, I had Huron 5 of 11, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Brookings 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Brookings possession still right away. Allie Davis steps in front of Conant, down the floor, missed the layup. Rebound on the floor and a jump ball, or no, they're going to say timeout Huron. So no jump ball. Huron will save possession. Just underway in the fourth quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout on Dakota Sports.
This timeout brought to you by South Dakota.
Finance your existing home. I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sports KIJB, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Just underway in the fourth quarter here on a steal, now trying to convert it into points. Hines into the paint, 10-footer, off balance, no good. Knight with the rebound, kicks back out to Davis. Left side Gergen, and they'll reset the offense. Left side Carr back into the game. Lobs it to Knight, fire in the corner, wide open three for Davis. Short, rebound underneath, and Harris with the loose ball here on 3 shots after getting the steal, no points. Remains 33-26 Huron with 7:18 to go in the game. In the corner, Burns for 3. That was blocked by Knight, and then the loose ball gathered in by Gergen. Conant knocks it out of bounds. Addie Knight's had a nice night defensively. Tessa Conant back into the game for Brookings. 7:12 to go in the game. Huron up 7. Brookings pressing again. Davis, now Hines. Now Davis, still in the backcourt. Davis, a couple of dribbles, crosses the timeline. Hines will get it into the front court. In the corner, Gergen. Davis, nice catch on the high pass on the left side. Alley into the paint. Kick out, long 3 for Hines, short. Rebound, though, on the weak side. Gergen will bring it back out for Huron. Tigers can reset the offense. High post, free throw line, lob it in, low post, and it got into Davis, and Davis could not convert on the shot. Huron 0 for 5 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Conant up top, keep an eye on her. McLagan 3 left wing, that's short. Offensive rebound and the reverse for Burns. Ends up being an alley-oop pass from McLagan. Burns with the bucket, and the lead is 5, 33-28 Huron. 6:14 to go in the game. Davis, backdoor, there's Hines, leans in, off glass for 2. Hilton Hines with the bucket, first points of the fourth quarter for Huron. Hilton with 17. 6 minutes to go in the game. Huron up 7. Here comes Brookings. Harris feeds back to Burns in the corner. Back up top, and the ball stolen by Davis again, her second steal in the quarter. 2-on-2, Hines all the way to the hoop, missed the shot. Davis, rebound, no good, comes down with it again. Kicks out, open 3 for Hines, no good. And rebound underneath for Brookings, and Huron getting their share of shots. Not making them. There's a bump foul going to be called on Addie Knight. Huron 1 of 8 shooting here in the fourth quarter. That's in 2.5 minutes. Jayla Schley will check in along with Harrington as Knight and Davis come out for Huron. 35-28 Huron. 5:31 to go in the game. McLagan on the outside. Huron still zoning. McLagan comes on the right side, dribbles down towards the corner. Up top, threw it away. Threw it way over the head of Tessa Condit, and Dad, the coach, threw his play sheet over his head and into the first row of the bleachers. Huron gets it off the turnover with 5:16 remaining. High post, Chloe Carr, free throw line. Reverse it left side, Gergen. Gergen, cross court, Harrington. Back cross court to Gergen. Brookings packed in that 2-3 zone again. Harrington will go baseline. Oh, take another dribble. You got a layup. She'll hook the pass in the middle to Hines. Nice pass by Harrington. Hooked it in the middle to Hines, and Huron is up by 9. 37-28 equals the biggest lead of the game for Huron. 4:42 to go. Baseline drive. Roller is good for Harper Hook. She has 7, and Brookings will take a timeout. 4:37 to go in the game. Huron up 7. Timeout. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
It is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
4:37 remaining in our girls' game here. Again, the boys' half of the doubleheader will follow. Huron leading 37-30. Huron took the lead right at the end of the first half. I don't think Brookings has led here in the second half, although it was tied. Gergen, right wing, bounce pass left side, low post. There's Knight, kicks right back out to Harrington. Cross court, Gergen, long 3, right wing, and no good. Long rebound, scramble, and Knight and McLagan will win the battle. Into the front court comes Brookings. Hook on the drive and a hand check call. Going to go on Gergen. That'll be the second on Jency and the second team on Huron. 4:11 remaining in the game. Huron up 7. And Allie Davis in for the Huron Tigers. Brookings will run the out of bounds play on the baseline below me to my right. Hook will trigger. Gets it in the corner to Conant. Hands it off to Hook. Hook lost the ball. We're on the floor. Big scramble. Picked up by Hook. Forced up a shot. No good. Still on the floor. And we're going to end up finally with a jump ball. Hot potato underneath that Brookings basket. And the possession will go to the Huron Tigers with 4 minutes and 1 second left in the game. Huron up 37-30. Into the front court comes Knight, flips back to Hines. Now it's Knight, right wing. Knight one dribble, Harrington top of the key. Left side, Hines will drive into traffic, triple teamed. Kick back to Harrington. Now it's Knight at the top of the key. Knight goes inside. I thought it looked like the ball was kicked, but we'll play on as the ball is stolen away by Brookings. McLagan comes right side to Harris, working the perimeter. Huron staying in their zone. McLagan, top of the key, high post Delbridge. Harris shoulder fake, takes the 18-footer, blocked again by Knight and picked up by Davis. Hines in the front court, and she'll then slow it up. In the corner, Allie Davis trying to post up Schley, cross court. Hines pulls up with a 10-footer, left side, no good. Rebound, and Schley couldn't grab it, but it was last touched underneath there by Delbridge, I believe. And Huron will run the out-of-bounds play. 3:07 to go in the game. 37-30 Huron. Brookings still plenty of time. Open 3. Hines, it's good. Hilton Hines off the out-of-bounds, drains a deep 3 in the corner, and just like that, Huron's up 10. 40-30 inside of 3 minutes to go in the game. Biggest lead for either team. Again, Brookings still within striking distance, but the way they've been scoring, making up the 10 points might be an issue. But they still have time. Hook back up top. Burns goes low post and a hand check call. Going to go on Chloe Carr. Chloe picks up her second foul. But we're down to 2:36 remaining in the game. Third team foul on Huron. Brookings still has not been whistled for a foul here in the fourth quarter. Lob comes all the way up top to Taylor Conant. Brookings will set the offense. Burns at the free throw line. Kicks back to Hook, I believe. Lost the ball going to the hoop. And last touch by Brookings. She was coming into Chloe Carr and really did not have a plan there. Lost the ball out of bounds. Timeout Brookings. 2:26 to go in the game. Huron 40, Brookings 30. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at Pop? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers. PB Sports, downtown Huron.
2:26 remaining in our girls' game. Huron 40, Brookings 30. Hilton Hines with 22 over half the Huron total tonight. Hilton with the inbounds against the Brookings press. Bounce pass to Knight. Knight down the middle of the lane. Now kicks it back out. Davis on the left wing. Huron can afford to run some shot clock. Again, Brookings has fouls to give, and McLagan's telling his girls, you got to get out and defend them harder at least. Gergen, bounce pass Carr, way outside. Flick it left to Hines. And 2 minutes to go in the game. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's the cut. Hines to the hoop. Leans in too strong. Offensive rebound by Knight. Kicks it back out, but then stolen by Brookings. In their front court, a foul going to go on Hines. That'll be foul number 4. Brookings will have the bonus the rest of the way. Hilton picks up her second personal, and again, fourth team. Again, Brookings now can't get Huron to the free throw line if they want, as they have, well, they haven't committed a foul yet. Harrington in, Gergen out for Huron. 40-30 John Deere tractor time if you had a John Deere back in the late 60s. Huron leading. Davis went for a steal, almost got there. Drive on the baseline hook, tapped away, will remain with Brookings. But again, with 1:38 to go, Brookings, it's just been a struggle to score the ball all night. And making up 10 points might be tough. Left wing, get across court. There's an open three. Conant, no good. Rebound, and Knight rips it down. Oh, they go jump ball. That was a nice break for Brookings because they'll keep possession. Addie Knight defensively and rebounding. She has done the dirty work for the Huron Tigers tonight. Inbound Brookings. Open three for Hook. No good. Long rebound. And Chloe Carr catches in the corner, then hits it off of Burns. And he can make a case that Burns kind of pushed Chloe. McLagan wanted to travel on Chloe, but the reason there was a travel is because Burns pretty much just shoved her going to the corner. Gergen in, Harrington out for Huron with 1:23 to go. Huron trying to hang on for their 5th win of the season. Inbound to Gergen. And she'll dribble up the left side of the floor into the front court. Now they're going to trap her and foul. And again, Brookings, they got to come after Huron. They got a lot of fouls to give before the They could even put Huron at the line. Julia Burns picks up her fourth. It's going to bring Harris back into the game for Brookings. Also back in is Bisker, who played some in the first half. But Brookings, they're at the point now with 1:18 to go. They got to go for a steal or foul. And it's going to be a while before they can even put Huron on the line. Comes to Knight, back door. Hines for the layup. Design play on the out of bounds. And Knight finds Hines for the bucket. Huron up by a dozen as we near 1 minute to go in the game. Hasn't always been pretty for the Tigers, but poised to pick up that fifth win now. Drive into the paint. Baseline jumper is no good for Bisker, and the rebound for Hines. Up ahead, Gergen into their front court with 49 seconds to go, and they'll foul Gergen. But again, that's only the second team foul on Brookings. And 46 seconds left, 12 points to make up, and the Huron Tigers. Their defense kept them in the game until the offense started clicking here in the second half. Foul is on Bisker, her first. Second team. And some subs coming in for both teams. Hines gets it near the timeline, and Brookings just kind of laying off now. McLagan does get up to challenge Hines a little. Hines weaves through, comes back out as Brookings stays back in their zone. So Huron can run some shot clock here perhaps. Bounce pass to Davis as Huron spreads the floor. Now Harrington comes to the half court line, and a foul on Brookings, and that will be number 5 on Julia Burns. Julia will foul out of the game, having scored 4 points. 27 seconds remaining. Coming in for Brookings, Ella Miller, a senior. She played briefly in the first half. In for the first time, Elise Jeldon, a sophomore for Brookings, and Harris back in for the Bobcats as well. Shot clock is off. We'll see if Brookings will allow Huron to run the clock out here as Brookings still rotating a bunch of girls in. They do have 5 on the floor. So again, shot clock off with 27 seconds to go. Inbounds to Hines, and it looks like, Harris is out to challenge Hines a bit, but Huron should be able to run the clock out here if they choose. Hines brings it back out with 15 seconds to go. So the Huron girls will win their second game in a row and sweep Brookings, the only team we play twice during the regular season. Your final score, Huron 42, Brookings 30. Timeout 2 minutes. Gary Zell Auto Glass post game next. Then we'll get right to our pregame for the boys. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
So, where do you want to go eat?
How about that new place, the 18th century theme restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ Blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for
hot eats and cool treats.
Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feeds help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier.
Paperwork. 352-08 Auto Drive. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Back at the Huron Arena, the Huron Tiger girls take the lead early second quarter, never give it up. It was tied once in the third quarter, but other than that, Huron girls defense did the job until the offense could get things going, and the girls win it by a score of 42-30. For the Brookings Bobcats, they dropped to 1-6 on the season. 11 points for Taylor Connett off the bench. 7 points for Harper Hook. 4 points, Julia Burns and Clara Delbridge. And 2 points apiece for Sloan McLagan and Tessa Connett. For the Huron Tigers, 24 of the 42 came from Hilton Hines, 9 in the first half, 15 in the second half. 5 points for Jency Gergen. 3 points, Allie Davis, Abby Harrington, and Haley Rogers. And 2 points, Addie Knight and Jayla Schley. Shooting in the game for Brookings, they were 12 of 35 from the field, 34%. 2 of 16 on threes for 12.5%, 4 of 4 on free throws. Huron Tigers were 14 of 51 from the field for 27.5%, 6 of 19 on threes, 32%. 8 of 13 from the free throw line, 61.5%. Brookings with 25 rebounds, 6 for Taylor Connett. And for Huron, they had 29 rebounds, 7 for Addie Knight and 6 for Allie Davis. 25 turnovers for Brookings to 15 for Huron. That might have been the biggest difference in this ball game tonight. As I said, Huron's offense struggled, but the defense kept things in play until the offense could get going. And the Huron girls do pick up the win here at 42-30. So game 1 of the doubleheader in the books. Game 2 is next. It's the boys. Brookings at 0-6. Huron at 6-3. Brookings is a first-year head coach in Joe Frederickson, but Coach Fred is in his 7th year or 8th year, I believe, now on the bench for Brookings. So he was very familiar with the program, coaching all these guys as they were coming up through the ranks. Huron did win the meeting back in December, 66-50. Huron comes in with a record of 6-3. Talk to both coaches, Frederickson and Budnagan. Those interviews coming up. We'll take a 1-minute timeout on Dakota Sports.
Bruises and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
Set for our boys' half of the doubleheader now. Brookings visiting our Huron Tigers. Joe Frederickson in his first year as head coach of Brookings boys. They come in with a record of 0-6 on the season. Coach, I'll just start the way I started with Coach McLagan, too. It's January 20th. You're just playing your 7th game. That means you got a lot of basketball ahead.
Yes, we do. And so, you know, we've been working hard and hopefully some good basketball to come ahead for us yet.
Now, talk about this team. Really, you've been battling some injuries. I think you had 2 guys out when we played back in December. One of the same guys is out again tonight. It'd be nice just to have a healthy squad.
Absolutely. It seems like we get one back and one goes down, and then, you know, the same guy gets injured again. So hopefully we're working him back in. And, yes, like you said, hopefully sometime we'll get a full squad.
Now let's talk about this team. As I said, 0-6, but, first year coach, even though you were very familiar with the program being on staff, I believe we'll have 7 years, but still, kids just, they just want to get in your groove. And then, like I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Absolutely. And we're getting better every game. We talk about 32 minutes, and that's where we're trying to get better at. We play, 25, 26 minutes. We're playing pretty good basketball, but then that 6 to 8 minutes, and then we're not playing our best basketball. So we talked about how can we play okay basketball for 32 minutes, and we're trying to figure that out, and hopefully we can string some games together like that.
Now, you come into Huron, I guess, a unique situation anymore, not the way it used to be, but I believe the only time you play somebody twice is the Huron Tigers. Same thing for Huron. So it does give you a little idea, maybe what you see here, what you saw last month. But I guess the scouting report's still the same here. Same. Huron's really tall.
They are, and just tough matchups, both offensively and defensively, because, they can go get offensive rebounds. So we got to rebound, we got to get back, and then, like you said, it's hard to defend height. So we'll just have to do best team defense that we can and see what happens.
Joe Frederickson, head coach of Brookings, will take a timeout. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers,
Go
put up
Bud
hundreds
in
of
3,
trucks, played
2,
hours of
and
peekaboo
1.
and duck goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJB are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Continue our pregame here before the boys half the doubleheader. Huron hosting Brookings. Coach Tim Buttenhagen joins us. Brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. Tiger boys at 6-3. Kind of a tough loss there last Friday against Sioux Falls Lincoln. And coach, just a few afterthoughts on that. Give Lincoln credit. Boy, they're number 1 for a reason. They came out and showed it.
Yeah, give them credit where credit's due. They hit shots. They played good defense. We take a look at the first quarter. Just in the first quarter, we turned the ball over 3 times, missed 3 defensive assignments. That's 12, 18, whatever you want to say, points. And if you cut that down in half, now the game's sustainable. We get to the second quarter, Blake hits a 3. We're down 7.
Sorry, man.
We're down 7. And then all of a sudden we allow a 3, and then we get called for a pushing foul. Pushing foul on the rebound, they take it out and they score. That's a 5-point play, so it goes from 7 to 12. Those are just things that in the first half that if we can survive and cut that down, we're in the game, and maybe it's a different story, maybe it's not.
Well, now Brookings comes in tonight. The only team we played twice, had them a month ago, beat them, I think, by 19-16, something like that in Brookings. They're still winless on the season. But right now, we're in no position to take anybody for granted. They're going to come out and play hard against us.
Yeah, like we said, we're 6-3, feels like 1-10. We're in a hole right now that we got to fight. We're going to have to fight ourselves out of it. Take one step at a time, try to get to the sunlight. Brookings, possesses some problems. That Lease out front, he's good guard, was 4 or 5 from the threes against us the first game. Tetzloff in the inside was 7 for 8 from the floor. Johnson was 3 of 6 from the 3. So they can spread it and shoot it, and they got a good big in the inside. So they do cause some problems. We invented a new defensive system this week, so we've only had 2 days to incorporate it. we're going to try it tonight, and hopefully it's going to keep Brookings at bay. Hopefully it keeps the ball at the paint. We got to try to find a way to beat good teams. So this is one way that we feel that we'll be able to compete, but we'll see tonight how well it works.
Tim Budnigan, head coach of the Tigers, again brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. This is Dakota Sports on Tiger.
ProClean Plus offers epoxy floor coating for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at ProClean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East, or check out their website at procleanplus.net. ProClean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
At Car Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Dakota Sports KIJD, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Let's do a Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update in our girls' game tonight. Huron wins over Brookings 42-30, pulling away in the second half for the victory, and 24 points for Hilton Hines. Boys AA scores tonight into the third quarter. Roosevelt is pulled ahead of Harrisburg 62-46. Into the third, O'Gorman 59, Aberdeen 27. They're in overtime with 1 minute left. Jefferson 46, Yankton 42. Pierre looking for their first win of the season. They lead Douglas 61-33. Looking at girls AA finals, Roosevelt 55, Harrisburg 48. That's a bit of a surprise. O'Gorman rolls over Aberdeen 83-55. That was number 2, defeating number 4. Late in the third quarter, Jefferson up on Yankton 47-28. And at halftime, T-Area up on Watertown 35-16. That's your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. We'll take a 1 minute timeout, give you the introductions for our boys game. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Great teams need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located at 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
Well, getting set for our boys game now with the Huron Tigers hosting the Brookings Bobcats. Late start here tonight. This game was to have started at 7:30, so we're going to be running about 55 minutes behind on that. Brookings head coach Joe Frederickson, he's in his first year as head of the Bobcats. Jones Huntemer is a 6'2 senior. Jace Bauer, a 6'2 senior. Drew Johnson, a 5'11 junior. Noah Lease, a 6'1 sophomore. And Bergen Tetzloff, a 6'6 senior. Huron Tigers head coach Tim Budnigan, record of 6-3. Miles Elwine, a 6'5 sophomore. Mason Jurgens, a 6-foot senior. Blake Elwine, a 6'10 senior. Anderson Porish, a 6'6 junior, and Davis Chase, a 6'8 junior. Tim Bundagen, the head coach of the Huron Tigers. Officials for our game are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Calling our boys game tonight, Jeff Schroeder, Aaron Entringer, and Lee Taylor. They are the law on the court, and they're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. So getting through the introductions here, and then we'll be ready to play basketball here. Getting late on a Friday or on a Tuesday night here in Huron. Again, the boys JV went overtime, so that pushed us back, not this much, but probably pushed us back 15 minutes anyway. Brookings is in their road black with red numbers and letters and red and white trim. Huron in their home white with orange numbers and letters and orange and black trim. Bergen Tetzloff will jump for Brookings. Blake Elwine for Huron. Both will be classmates at South Dakota State next year. Tetzloff playing football and Elwine playing basketball. Looks like we have everybody out there and ready to go. Huron coming towards me and Brookings away from me in the first half. The tip is controlled by Huron to Anderson Porish. He lost his dribble. Now Miles Elwine comes back to help out. Brookings going to go man here to start things out, and Jace Bauer has the assignment on Blake Elwine. Falls down, wide open three. Elwine way off the mark, but the rebound comes straight down to Anderson Porish, and Huron up quickly 2-0. Huron showing their 1-3-1 zone. Again, they've been doing some tweaking with some of their defense. In the backcourt, Bauer gets the ball up ahead. Tetzloff flips it in the corner to Johnson. Brings it back outside, and Noah Lease will set the offense for Brookings. Tetzloff out on the right wing. Hands it off top of the key to Johnson. Now bounce back left to Lease. Lease into the paint. Tetzloff on the baseline. Shoots over Anderson Porish and bounces in the 7-footer. We're tied at 2. Into the front court, Elwine. Now Davis Chase, he's looking to drive. Did he travel? He did. Good helping defense that time by Jace Bauer. He came to help out Tetzloff on Porish. And on the travel, the ball belongs to the Brookings Bobcats. We're just underway. We played a minute here at the arena. Huron girls picked up a win. Now the boys' turn. Lease against the pressure. Lost his dribble, gives back to Bauer. Bauer. Now Lease into the front court. Now they trap on Lease near the timeline. He's got some trouble. Finally gets it up left side, and Jones Huntermer was kind of throwing an elbow. And the second time they finally called the foul. Actually, where they called the foul wasn't as much of a charge as what he did initially. That'll be the first foul of the game against either team, and it'll be Huron possession. With Blake Elwine bringing the ball up against the Bobcats. Now Miles Elwine against Lease, way outside. Blake Elwine on the right wing, trying to use a screen. Couple of dribbles. Back up top, Juergens, low post to Porish, double team. Lob back out, Miles Elwine, a deep three, yes! Miles Elwine drains a deep three. 5-2 lead Huron. 6:15 to go, first quarter. Lease in the backcourt, slips past the middle, and Brookings has some numbers. They'll take a three deep in the corner. It's good for Jones Huntermer. They broke the press at a 3-on-2. Huntermer the wide open three. We're tied at 5. Davis Chase gives to Juergens, low post to Elwine. That's Blake against Bauer. Here comes Tetzloff to help out. Gives back door to Davis Chase. Chase lost the ball on the floor. Saved by Juergens. Huron will reset with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Porish, left side. Juergens wants three. Too strong. Rebound for Tetzloff. Tetzloff gets to Lease out on the left wing. Comes back up top of the key. Huntermer. Huntermer looks left. Johnson on the baseline to Bauer. Bring it back up top. Reset the offense. Brookings out near the timeline. With 15 seconds on the shot clock, Tetzloff will hand it off to Johnson. Left side, open three for Lease is no good. Rebound straight down to Juergens. In the middle, Elwine up the floor, running the break. No good for Chase, and the ball slapped away, but Brookings gets control. Davis just couldn't get himself under control as he went up for that layup. Here's the drive down the middle of the paint for Lease, no good. Ball knocked around, Tetzloff with it underneath the basket, powers his way up for two. Brookings lead 7-5, 4:36 to go first quarter. Blake Elwine, he'll drive, pull up, 10-footer, baseline, back of the rim, no good. Ball tapped out by Porish. Anderson just go up, grab it, and go back up to the ball. Instead, he tried to tap it out to Davis Chase, and Davis wasn't ready for it. It'll be Brookings ball. Bobcats an early lead here with 4:27 to go first quarter. 7-5 Brookings. Huntemer in the backcourt gives to Lease. Now it's Huntemer again working against the Huron pressure. Across the timeline, Lease. Now it's Huntemer. Bounce pass in the corner for Drew Johnson. Reverse it left side. Bauer, low post, Tetzloff. He'll shoot over Porish, gets it to roll. Tetzloff was 6 on 3 of 3 shooting. Brookings up 9-5 midway through the first quarter. Blake Elwine on the right wing. Cross court in the corner, Davis Chase. Back cross court to Blake, Elwine. Elwine screens for Elwine, bounce pass Miles. Pulls the trigger on three, no good. Long rebound, and we have a whistle and a foul on Huron. Boy, it looks like Miles Elwine kind of got hooked after he released the shot. Davis Chase gets called for a push-off on the rebound. And Brookings leading by 4 and a chance to extend the lead here as Huron subs for the first time. James Schultz Jr. and Carter Porish on the floor for Huron as Juergens and Anderson Porish came off. Lease, looked like a travel pass up. Nice catch by Bauer to save it. And then traveled with it as he was trying to gather his feet. And he tried to hit it off the foot of Schultz, but traveled in doing so. The ball turns back over to Huron. 3.5 minutes to go first quarter. Slow start for Huron. Schultz gets Huron into the offense. New man in for Brookings is Gavin Smith. Low post, they get it inside to Elwine, who banks it in for 2. Nothing Brookings going to be able to do with that defensively. First bucket for Blake Elwine, 9-7. Brookings steal by Davis Chase, and he'll slam it. Chase with the steal, and he two-hand dunked it. We're tied at 9. Another nearly a steal by Schultz and a timeout Brookings. Huron forcing a couple of turnovers. Brookings an early timeout. We're tied at 9 with 3 minutes to go first quarter. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
The Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Huron Tigers a little momentum, getting a couple of steals on the press. 3 minutes to go first quarter, 30-second timeout by Brookings. We're tied at 9. Huron still showing that 1-3-1 press, and we're just doing an official's timeout. They must have had something wet over there towards the Huron bench. And Brookings will inbound it in the backcourt. Huron still looks like they're going to try and trap if they can past the timeline. Lease into the front court. Schultz stays with him. Now flip back to Smith. Smith, top of the key, Huntemer. A little weave out there. Looking inside, they find Bauer or Huntemer. No good. Rebound and a foul on Tetzloff. Foul will go on Elwine. And 2 shots coming up for Bergen Tetzloff. He's got 6 points, all from right underneath the basket. Following Elwine, his first and the second team on Huron. Tetzloff, first free throw is no good. We remain tied at 9. Into the game for Brookings is Hayden Jones, a 6'3" freshman. Coach Frederickson is starting to work a few younger players into his varsity rotation. One more shot for the senior, Bergen Tetzloff. Missed them both, and Carter Porish with the rebound. Schultz Jr. looks at the Tiger bench, see what they want to run as he brings it into the front court. Right side chase out on the wing, lob into Elwine, kick out in the corner. 3 for Carter Porish, in and out. Rebound for Brookings. Lease in the front court and threw it behind Hunnemer, his teammate, out of bounds. Brookings turns it back over to Huron. Anderson, Porish, and Jurgens in. Chase and Miles Elwine out. In for Brookings. Back in is Drew Johnson as Hunnemer comes out for the Bobcats. Tied at 9, 2:19 to go, first quarter. Blake Elwine will walk it up and set it up for Huron. Carter Porish on the right wing. Up top, Anderson, Porish. Left side, Elwine. Blake will drive hard to the hoop. Goes reverse layup. They're going to call him for the... thought they're going to call a travel on Blake. They called a push on Brookings. That'll go on Bergen Tetzloff. His first in the second team. Huron will run the out of bounds on the baseline below me to my right. Elwine bounced past Carter Porish, right back to Blake, but it was deflected out of bounds by Tetzloff. And, Huron trying to go inside as they do have the mismatch with the freshman Jones guarding Elwine on the block. Up top, Carter Porish. Now Blake comes outside. 4 out for Huron, 1 in. Top of the key at Schultz, right side. Anderson Porish drives, and a blocking call going to go on Brookings. Foul is on Gavin Smith, his first and the third team on the Bobcats. Minute 49 to go here in the first quarter, still tied at 9. And Huron inbounding, they get it out to Schultz Jr. for 3, too strong. Long rebound, Tetzloff and Porish go after it, out of bounds, and who's going to get the ball? It'll stay with Huron, as Carter Porish ran into the end of that Brookings bench. So Huron keeps the possession down on this end of the floor. Huron will inbound it from the corner of the court on the baseline to my right. Jurgens will trigger. Schultz Jr. on the left side. Up top, Blake Elwine. Blake wants to drive against Jones. I had the shot blocked, comes back down with it. Kick up, 3, top of the key. Jurgens, yes! Mason Jurgens drains the 3. And Huron regains the lead at 12-9. Minute 25 to go. First quarter, Tetzloff breaks the press, now flips it back. Brookings can set their offense. They want to be patient as Huron back in his zone. In the corner, Anderson back up top. Lease. Long 3, left side is no good for Brookings, and Carter Porish with the rebound off the miss by Johnson. Porish into the front court, goes baseline, and a nice pass, but the shot hurried by Jurgens, and he missed it right on the baseline. Remains 12-9, 54 seconds to go, first quarter. Lease at the top of the key. In the corner, here's the drive baseline, little floater, no good. On the miss there by Anderson, rebound Anderson Porish. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 12-9 Huron. As Blake Elwine comes out to get the ball. 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Blake trying to get everybody in the right set. Huron looks a little confused on offense. Carter Porish, left wing, 10 seconds. Here's the alley-oop to Blake Elwine. He gave it to Carter Porish on the left side, then just rolled to the basket. Alley-oop was there. Huron up 14-9, 7 seconds to go. Lease gets a screen, top of the key. Tries to go back in, can't get the shot off. Open 3 is no good at the buzzer for Johnson after 1. It's Huron 14, Brookings 9. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Finance your existing home. I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJB are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
Back at the Huron Arena, start the second quarter. I'm Jeff Duffy. Huron Tiger boys basketball. Huron leading 14-9 at the end of the first quarter. What was that, a 10-0 run by Huron to end the first quarter? It wasn't a fast one, but I think it was 9-4. Brookings at one point. Brookings with possession to start the second quarter. Lease out there with Juergens on him. Huron going man. Lease comes off to the right side. Johnson in the corner. Lease back up at the top of the key. Lease flips left side to Bauer. Top of the key, Hunnemer. Now Bauer again on the baseline. He'll put up the 18-footer. Might have been partially blocked. Air ball. And rebound Blake Elwine. Blake into the front court. He'll drive, go in, and a block on Brookings. One of those block charges, and Bauer actually had pretty decent position there. Bauer picks up his first and the first team foul here to start the second quarter. Here on a run, the out-of-bounds play on the baseline, below me to my right. Juergens looking in, try to go back door, now gets it to Anderson Porish on the baseline against Hunnemer. Backs it out, he's isolated out there, Porish. Back up top, Juergens, swing it right side to Chase, low post, there's Elwine, catches and shoots in one motion. 6 points for Blake Elwine, Huron goes up 16-9. Work in the backcourt, Bauer. Johnson, now they'll get it across the timeline with Lease. Lease double team near the timeline. And there he traveled with it, drug the pivot foot as he tried to get around the double team of Chase and Miles Elwine. Brookings has struggled with turnovers, and they're going to sub in with Andrew Haig. 5'8" junior coming in for the first time for Brookings, and Tetzloff will come back on the floor for the Bobcats as well. Brookings had Jennings Hunnemer, a freshman, in there briefly here to start the second quarter. He comes off. I did not see him check in, but now he's back off. Here on up 7, a chance to extend the lead. Anderson Porish on the right wing. Back up top, Miles Elwine, now Blake Elwine. Blake out there with Bauer. Blake backs his way in. Wanted to go up with the jumper, and he had it stripped out of his hands by Bauer. Bauer thought that Blake was the last one to touch it. Porish for Porish as Carter in and Anderson out for Huron. Huron will inbound at baseline below me to my right with Juergens. Elwine in the corner, back up top, Blake Elwine. He'll look back, right side, Juergens. Juergens now back up top. Low post, there's Elwine again. Missed the bunny. Ball tapped up in the air. Juergens picks it up. Feed to Davis Chase from Elwine going to the hoop. Blake missed the shot, but Juergens kept it alive, tapped it to Elwine, and Blake hit a cutting Davis Chase to the bucket. And here on up 18-9. Brookings in the middle. Tetzloff runs into Carter Porish, no good. Rebound, Blake Elwine. Blake into the front court. He'll drive down the lane and drop it underneath to Chase. His jumper is short, but Brookings can't handle the rebound. Tigers will keep possession on this end. Lease going to quickly come back in for Brookings as we're down to 6:05 to go here in the first half. Chase in the corner, back up top, Carter Porish. Miles Elwine deep in the right side, and he stepped out of bounds. Now, I'm not sure his heel was over out of bounds, but it was right in front of me. I'm not 100% that his foot actually came down out of bounds. His heel was up, over out of bounds, but it's a turnover nonetheless. Brookings ball. Blake Elwine went for a steal, didn't get it. Lease will take it in the front court, but the ball stripped, stolen away, and then an offensive foul going to go on Carter Porish. I didn't really see what happened there. He was trying to push the ball ahead to both Elwines, and a charge going to be called on Carter Porish, who was trying to pass the ball up ahead. Carter picks up his first foul. We have one team foul apiece here in the second quarter with 5:47 to go in the first half. Brookings will inbounds with Haig handling the ball. Flips to the right side to Hunnemer. Hunnemer has the open three in the corner. He's hit one, doesn't hit that one as Carter Porish has the rebound. Here comes Blake Elwine, glides in, got hammered going to the hoop as he split the double team. And I don't think they're going to give him the shots on that. Andrew Haig with the foul, his first, second team, and Huron will just run the inbounds on the baseline. Back in for Brookings is Hayden Jones, the ninth grader. And Huron will run the out-of-bounds play on the baseline. Carter Porish on the baseline, backs his way in. Spin move, spins right, blocked. Nice defensive play by the freshman for Brookings, Hayden Jones. Huron will again inbound it off the baseline. 5:26 to go in the first half, 18-9 Huron. Double screen, and Juergens will get it all the way out to Blake Elwine. Top of the key, low post. Carter Porish goes up against Jones, banks it in for two. Carter Porish with his first bucket, and Huron goes up 20-9. I believe this is a 16-0 run for Huron going back to the first quarter. Pass in the middle, Tetzloff gets it right side. Open three is no good for Brookings. Haig, though, able to sneak in and get the rebound. Brookings 0 for 4 from the field here in the second quarter. Haig, top of the key. Gets it off left. There's the lob in, and a push going to go on Davis Chase. Very little contact there as Tetzloff was looking for the post up. Davis Chase picks up his second. If they're going to call it like that, you need to see some calls when Huron's posting up when there's really contact. Ty Kleinsasser into the game for the first time for Huron. I believe Anderson Porish came back in as well. Ty Kleinsasser trying to get some varsity burn going back here after his football injury. Swinging in the corner, Haig against Kleinsasser. Get it down, low post to Tetzloff. Kick out up top, Bauer. Bauer will drive and look like a travel. Got the shot off, no good. Rebound, Anderson Porish up ahead. Blake Elwine again leans in. Offensive foul on Blake Elwine. First foul on Blake. And the ball will return to Brookings. Huron 20, Brookings 9. It's been quite a while. Probably close to a quarter in basketball time since Brookings last scored. Huron up by 11, 4.5 minutes to go. First half, Bauer lobs it up ahead. Catch to Tetzloff, driving to the hoop. A little roller, no good. Ball tipped out. Carter Porish with the ball. He's going to push down the floor. Out wide. Slams it down with authority. Wow. Elwine with the dunk. He's got 8. Huron up 22-9. Low post stolen away by Carter Porish. Carter's had some hustle plays here in the second quarter. Anderson Porish into the front court. Blake Elwine on the right wing against Bauer. Cross court, Chase. Davis for three. Got it. Davis Chase has 7 as he hits the three. And Huron goes up 25-9. 3:50 to go in the first half. Timeout Brookings. 3:47 to go, second quarter, 25-9. Huron's opened the lead. We'll take a timeout here of what? Take a timeout of what? 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
60-second timeout, Bobcat. 60-second timeout.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers from Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJB.
Full timeout taken by Brookings. Interesting, at the beginning of that timeout, both coaches wanted a word with an official about something. Brookings will inbound in front of the Tiger bench, get it into Haig. He'll bring it back up top of the key, set it up for the Bobcats. There's Jones on the left side, the freshman. Now flips back up top to Drew Johnson. Johnson will spread it out. Haig on the right wing, back up to Johnson. Left side, Hunemer, 8 seconds on the shot clock. 3 for Johnson is good. Drew Johnson drills a 3, first bucket of the second quarter for Brookings. Comes with 3:19 to go in the first half. 25-12, Huron. Blake Elwine drifts off to the right side with the ball. Cross court, Carter Porish. He wants to drive, leans in. A little bunny hop, no good. Tips it up and in. Carter Porish tipped in his own missed shot. 27-12, Huron. Haig into the front court, bumps in, gets by Chase. Feeds it out in the corner. Back up top, Johnson. Open 3 in the corner. Jones, the 9th grader, hits it. So back-to-back threes for Brookings. They're back within a dozen. 27-15, Huron. 2:40 to go in the first half. Kleinsasser left side, up top Porish. Right side Carter Porish wants 3, it's short. Long rebound in the corner, and Brookings will control. Hayden Jones into the front court and nearly threw it away. Blake Elwine had another dunk in his eyes. He needed another half step, just slaps it out of bounds. Miles Elwine, Mason Juergens in, Kleinsasser and Carter Porish out. Brookings came in. I believe Jace Bauer just came in for the 9th grader Jones. Haig running the offense now for Brookings. Left side, Bauer. Bauer gets in, low post to Tetzloff, puts the shoulder down, hook shot, and 2 shots coming up for Tetzloff. And the foul on Anderson Porish is his first.
Number 32, Anderson Porish, 14-5.
So 2 shots pending here for Bergen Tetzloff. First shot is good. Tetzloff with 7 of the 16 for Brookings. 2:12 to go first half. We'll visit with Cody Kaufman, head coach of the Tiger Girls, on their 12-point win in the opening game of the doubleheader. Second free throw is good. 2 for 2 for Tetzloff, and Brookings back within 10. 27-17. I'm trying to think what the biggest lead was for Huron. I think it was 25-9. Anderson Porish. Nolan Staley in for the first time for Huron. He has the ball, flips to Juergens on the left wing. In the corner, Miles Elwine, low post to Blake. Blake, a couple of dribbles, backs his way in on Bauer, goes up through the double team, and he'll get to the free throw line. Might be hard to believe this is actually the first free throw shots for the Huron Tigers in the first half. Foul is on Jones Hunemer, his second. Third team on Brookings. Huron's been whistled for 4, so next foul on Huron would put Brookings into the bonus. And Blake Elwine, he must have got bopped in the nose. He's over to talk to the trainer.
30-second timeout.
30-second timeout by Huron, so they can tend to Blake Elwine. 27-17, Huron leads. Late first half, the boys. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Huron specializes in embroidered and screen printed items and awards. Signature Plus does all work in-house with the latest in technology and equipment, paying attention to the smallest details. Screen printing and embroidery, stop by for your Huron Tiger sports apparel and for casual business wear. Located at 363 Wisconsin Avenue Southwest, downtown Huron. Signature Plus, supporting the Huron Tigers.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
30-second timeout taken by Huron. That was basically because I think Blake Elwine might have got bopped on the nose. Free throw is good for Blake. He's got 9 points. And one more shot for Blake Elwine, the 6'10 senior for Huron. Got them both, and he's in double figures with 10 points. 29-17, and Jace Bauer took the long pass down the floor and let the ball play him out of bounds. Brookings turns it right back over to Huron. Carter Porish back in for Huron. As who's coming off? Now Huron, some confusion. Who's supposed to be on the floor? Staley came off for Carter Porish. And Huron does have 5 on the floor. Anderson thought that his brother was coming in for him. So Blake Elwine will walk the ball up. Huron up 12, late first half. Alley-oop, nope, it's not there for Blake Elwine. He'll pop back out in the right wing with Tetzloff on him now. Elwine goes hard to the hoop, gets fouled again. And 2 more free throws for Blake Elwine. Foul is on Gavin Anderson, his first. Both teams now in the bonus for the rest of the first half on the next foul. 4 team fouls apiece. Blake Elwine, free throw. Good. He's got 11 to lead Huron in scoring. Second shot is good as Blake Elwine hits them both. 31-17, Huron back up by 14, still showing the pressure. Brookings, Lease will get it across the timeline. Bounce pass gets up ahead to Anderson. Brookings into the offense, Bauer up top. Drives to the corner lane, goes with a scoop off the glass, somehow got it to go. Jace Bauer with his first bucket, 31-19 Huron. Miles Elwine in the front court, gives to Blake Elwine. Blake will back it out on that left wing. Blake using a double screen, drifts off to right, back to the left, open 3, Miles Elwine in and out. Rebound slapped out, and Brookings controls. Huron trying to press in the backcourt, and the ball nearly stolen. That's going to be a foul on Miles Elwine. He was in a race with Jace Bauer to get to the ball, and Miles was a half step late. That'll be his second, and that will put Brookings to the free throw line for the bonus with 44 seconds to go in the first half. And to the free throw line is Jace Bauer. He just scored the previous time down. And he'll get to the free throw line here. 2 shots for the senior, Jace Bauer. Free throw in and out, no good. Bauer, I think he missed the first game. I know Brookings had 2 guys out against Huron back in December. No, I take that back, he did play. 1 more shot for Bauer, and that is good, 1 out of 2. 31-20. Huron Tigers lead in the boys game with 44 seconds to go in the first half. Blake Elwine into the front court. Sets it up at the top of the key. Tetzloff picking him up. Picked up the dribble. Gives to Juergens. Juergens in the corner. Carter Porish. Carter back outside to Anderson Porish. About 9 seconds difference. Game clock, shot clock. Anderson Porish backs it out. Now Blake Elwine, left wing, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Blake on the left wing, shovels it into Juergens, cutting to the hoop, banks it in, and a foul going to go on Brookings. That'll be the 9th grader Jennings Hunnemer. And Mason Juergens to the line to shoot 2. Mason with 5 points here in the first half. Huron leads 31-20 with 14 seconds to go in the second quarter. Juergens, the lefty, free throw is good. He's got 6. 1 more shot for the senior, Mason Juergens. He's a dirty work kind of guy. 6 points in the half is a bonus for Budnagan, I'm sure. Second free throw for Juergens is good. Mason with 7, and Huron up by 13, 33-20. 10 seconds to go, first half. Brookings working the pressure, get it up ahead. Bauer, now Lease. Lease with 5-4. Step back, top of the key. Here's the drive into the paint, off balance shot at the buzzer, no good for Drew Johnson, and at the half, Huron leads 33-20. We'll take a timeout of 1 minute, come back and talk with Cody Kaufman, head coach here on Tiger Girls. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics that pop? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers. PB Sports, downtown Huron.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
It's Tiger Radio. It's halftime. Let's join the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
And welcome back to the arena at the half in our boys game. Huron leading 33-20. And we're coming up on 9 o'clock, KIJV, AM/FM Huron. The girls game took a while for Huron to get going offensively, but once they did, they built the lead and went on to a 42-30 win over Brookings for their second consecutive win. And Coach Cody Kaufman joins us here. And Coach, it took a while, almost a half, to get the offense going. But on the other hand, for the most part, your defense was working and just kind of hung on that until the offense got itself in gear.
Yeah, you know, I thought the first quarter, Brookings did a great job of speeding us up, you know, making us force some shots, rushing some shots, and then, you know, we just missed a few shots in the first half as well. You know, I thought we had some good looks from three, and they just didn't go in the first quarter. So, you know, credit to our girls, right? We scored 4 points. And if you don't show up and play defense, you know, you're down by more than one when that happens. So we played good defense in the first quarter and just battled through it. And we just kind of stuck with it. And then the second quarter, we finally got some shots to fall. I thought our defense created some turnovers. We got some easy looks. And that kind of got us going. In those middle two quarters, the second and third quarter especially, I thought we found a good rhythm offensively. Sharing the basketball, you know, attacking the basket a little bit better than we were in the first quarter. And then, you know, and then making some shots. You know, we made some threes in those middle quarters that really opened up things in the paint for us.
And, you know, I just go back to the defense because I think Brookings ended up with 25 turnovers. And anytime your defense does that, they've done their job for the night. And, you know, and then you know, Addie Knight was the one we kind of spotlight. In fact, we'll just go with it, where she is the Signature Plus player of the game. Only had 2 points, but she had 7 rebounds, and she just did all the dirty work. She just seemed to be in the middle of everything that was going on. Yeah, you know, and that's what we need out of Addie. We need that energy, right? That activity all the time. You know, she's so long. She's so athletic. You know, I can't remember. I think it was third quarter, and they had cut it a little bit to a lead. And we went, you know, we put on a full court press, and 3 times in a row we got Brookings to turn the ball over and got a couple layups. Got the ball. I think we hit a 3 in the corner then. So, you know, and that all that goes off of Addie, you know, with as aggressive as she is on the ball defensively. She makes everything happen. And then I thought tonight, rebounding the ball, she might not have always got the credit for the rebound, but she was tipping the ball. You know, she was on the floor. I thought she was keeping it alive. Absolutely, for a teammate to get the stat. So a good night from her defensively, and that's what we expect from her every night. You know, only 2 points. Actually, it's probably one of her lower scoring games. You know, I mean, I think she's good for 5-6 points a night, but again, did other things to you know, affect the game. And
she made some big plays when we needed it.
You know, and then just give your tip off to Hilton Hines. 24 points, hit a few threes tonight. It took her a while to get going. Brookings plugged open the middle of the lane and to start the game. They were not going to let Hilton do her penetration, lean in, scoop and all that. So she adjusted, the rest of the team adjusted, and then once we got a little better flow in the offense, that's when we built the lead.
The thing I liked about Hilton the most tonight is there's no hesitation on the three. 10 threes tonight. Heck, that might be more than she's taken all year, the first, 8 games before that. So just always want her to shoot the ball when she's open, and she was tonight. And she didn't hesitate, and she was 4 of 10, but she didn't get down on herself when she missed a couple open ones, and that happens. That's what's going to happen, right? This is basketball. You're not going to make every shot that you're open. So I thought she did a great job of just continuing to shoot, and then like always, then things open up, hit some tough shots in the paint. And just did her thing like she always does.
Now we get set for Saturday. Get back at home again with Jefferson coming in, and they're going to come in with a legitimate D1 recruit. Brindley Altenberg. Schools across the country are talking to her. She's got the South Dakota genetics there, so she's going to be a tough defensive assignment.
Yeah, we know we're going to have our hands full on Saturday. Talk about a quick, athletic team that loves to shoot the three, loves the pressure, is going to sit in zone probably, and make you shoot shots and make them at the same pace they do, which is very good. So it's going to be a full team effort. We get a day off tomorrow. We're going to rest our legs a little bit tomorrow. I'll come back Thursday, Friday, and get ready for Jefferson and figure out how to slow them down a little bit. But, on paper, they're a lot like Stevens. They're a lot like T. So we've played both of those teams. We've seen this flavor before. If we can get them to miss shots and rebound and then, make a few shots of our own. And the one thing that we didn't talk about tonight that I thought was huge in that second quarter, third quarter, was our bench. I thought our bench did an amazing job tonight. Jency, the first one off the bench, she scored those 5 points in a row, hit the big three. Then hit those 2 free throws, And then I thought Jayla came in and she ran the floor well. She played good defense. She rebounded. Hilton hit her the one time and we laid the ball in. So doing their job. And then, Haley Rogers comes in and she's good for that 1-3 a game in the corner. And she hit it again, And I thought she passed up on one early in the game, down here in the corner. But, didn't flinch and just let that one go and buried a 3. So we need that out of our bench, And again, pretty balanced. Not balanced scoring, but everybody scored at least a little bit tonight again. So just seeing the ball go through the hole is going to be huge for our confidence going forward. And another step up in competition comes Saturday with Jefferson.
Cody Kaufman, head coach Tiger Girls, as they win it tonight, 42-30. Again, Addie Knight is our Signature Plus player of the game. Halftime for the boys, 33-20 Huron. We'll take a timeout, 2 minutes. Come back and run down the stats quickly as we get to the second half here on Dakota Sports.
How about that new place, the 18th Century Theme Restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ Blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for
hot eats and cool treats.
Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feeds help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Getting set for our second half. Run down the stats real quick. Brookings led by Bergen Tetzloff with 8 points, then 3 points apiece. Jones Hunnemer, Jace Bauer, and Hayden Jones. For Huron, 12 points, Blake Elwine. 7 for Mason Juergens and Davis Chase. 4 points for Carter Porish and 3 for Miles Elwine. Shooting in the first half, Brookings was 7 of 20, 35%, 3 of 8 on threes. 37.5%, 3 of 6 on free throws. Huron 12 of 27 from the field, 44%, 3 of 10 on threes, 30%, 6 of 6 on free throws. And 10 rebounds for Brookings, 3 for Tetzloff. Huron had 14 rebounds, 5 for Carter Porish. And that's the quick stats here at the half, with Huron leading 33-20. And we'll start our second half. It'll be Huron Tiger possession. And they'll be going to the far end of the floor here for the second half. We'll see if we start right away or if they let the band exit first here. Looks like they are going to let the band get out of the stands here before we start play in the second half. See if I can pick up Seven Sons, Hegan Air scoreboard update. Girls finals, Roosevelt 55, Harrisburg 48. T-Area 55, Watertown 29, O'Gorman 83, Aberdeen 55, Jefferson 62, Yankton 32. Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. We start the second half. Tiger possession. Juergens on the left wing goes inside. The ball slapped away, going to be picked up by Bauer. So Brookings forces a turnover. Outside Hunnemer comes back up, swing it to Bauer on the right wing. Bauer looking inside. Back up top, it's Lease. Lease looking left to Johnson. Go inside. The Huron slaps it away, steals it. Juergens picked it up, gets it up the floor to Chase. Chase fires in the corner to Elwine. Blake with the ball. Blake drifts back out against a 3-2 zone from Brookings. Miles Elwine. Back up top, Juergens. Now Miles. Kind of a 1-2-2 packed in zone. Juergens on the left wing. There's Miles Elwine in the corner. 3 deep in the corner, 2 strong. Rebound Bauer on the weak side. Bauer into the front court. Flips it back to Hunnemer. Hunnemer on the right wing against Porish. Picked up his dribble. Back up top Johnson. Now swing it to Lease on the left side. Lease back up in the top. Hunnemer. Now it's Lease again. They're trying to post up Tetzloff. Open 3, right wing. Bauer, it's good. Jace Bauer with a 3. Brookings scores first in the second half. They're back within 10, 33-23. Minute and a half gone in the third quarter. Elwine, Anderson, Porish on the right wing. Flips to Miles Elwine. Now Blake. Blake Elwine for 3. In and out. Rebound Brookings. Bobcats can get it down to single digits here. Lease on the left wing against Miles Elwine. Back up top. Lee still on the dribble against Miles. Tetzloff has it on the baseline. Kicks right back out to Hunnemer. Now here's the post up again to Tetzloff. Going right into Blake Elwine. Can't get the shot off. Slips it out. Open 3. Hunnemer's an air ball. Saved in, but right to Davis Chase. Nice catch by Davis as they're trying to hit it off of him. Anderson Porish, and he's going to lose the ball. Some contact between him and Lease. But Budnig in front of the bench is telling Porish, just settle down. We don't have to rush everything, push everything. And Huron turns it back over. So 2 minutes gone here in the second half. Huron still has not scored. It's 33-23 Huron. Brookings gets the ball up ahead, and we have a 10-second count on the Brookings Bobcats. The official all the way underneath called it, but he was actually looking at the shot clock across the way, so a 10-second count will turn the ball back over to Huron, but Huron's got to score the basketball. Haven't been able to do that yet in the second half, and we're at 5:35 to go in the third quarter. Elwine deep on the left wing. Here's Porish, flips back to Juergens. Porish in the corner. Anderson will drive, lean in, off glass, too strong. Ball popped up in the air, and Anderson Porish hustles it down, keeps it alive for Huron. Blake Elwine, three, deep in the corner, no good, and he gets rolled over by Jones Huntemer. 3 free throws coming up for Blake Elwine. Jones Huntemer with his third. First foul on either team here in the second half. And Blake Elwine will shoot 3. First free throw is good. Blake with 13 to lead all scorers. Still trying to get everybody. Huron was kind of doing a mini timeout over there by the bench with the other 4 players. Second free throw for Blake is good. And back into the game for Brookings is the freshman, Hayden Jones. As Blake Elwine lines up the third free throw, got them all. Ends up being a 3-point play for Huron. 36-23, Huron again showing the trap. Jones has the ball tipped but controlled by Bauer. Gets in the front court, Johnson. Now it's Lease, and he'll back it out at the top of the key. Huron staying in that zone. Long 3 for Lease is no good. Long rebound comes out. Brookings tracks it down. 3 for Tetzloff, no good, and Blake Elwine steps in with the rebound. Blake will push the ball up the floor. In the corner, wide open 3. Miles Elwine, no good. Rebound slapped out. Brookings controls. Miles hit his first 3, but hasn't been able to drop it in since. Tetzloff, low post against Chase. Spin, shoots over Davis, banked it up too strong. Well defended by Chase. Rebound Anderson Porish. Elwine to Chase. Davis down with the reverse layup for 2. Davis Chase has 9. Huron up 15. 38-23. 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Huron trying to press. They get it up ahead to Jones. Lob it to Tetzloff. He wanted to lob and dunk, but misfired. Picked up by Miles Elwine. Blake Elwine, he's going down the floor, and he'll just lay it over the front of the rim for 2. And Huron a 7-0 run to go up 40-23. 3:50 to go, third quarter. Here's Elwine with the steal, and guess what? Bam! The dunk for Elwine off the steal. And Huron up 19, 42-23. Into the front court, Lease, bounce pass to Jones. Here comes Tetzloff, he dunks it, but before the dunk, a timeout Brookings. That cost Brookings 2 points. Timeout Brookings, 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Huron Tigers have opened up the lead now 42-23. 9-0 run by Huron. James Schultz Jr. back in for Huron. Played some in the first quarter. Lease on the left wing. He's out there with Carter Porish, who's back in. Bauer, top of the key, 3 is good. Bauer has hit back-to-back threes. He's got 9 points. 42-26, Huron up ahead. Blake Elwine, one-handed catch from Schultz. He's on the right wing. Flips in the corner to Carter Porish. Carter into the paint, goes back door to Schultz for the layup. Pretty pass from the freshman Carter Porish to James Schultz Jr. Huron up 18, still pressing. Get it up ahead to Lease. In the front court, it's Jones. Jones on the right side, flips back to Lease. Cross court, ball tip. They get it to Johnson. There's Bauer, another three. That one's short. Chase with the rebound. Chase will give it to Schultz. James will run the offense at the top of the key. Miles Elwine looking inside to Chase. Can't get it there. Blake to Carter Porish for three. In and out. Rebound, Brookings. 2:25 to go, third quarter. Lease up top to Bauer. Bauer and a blocking call going to go on Miles Elwine, I believe. That'll be his third. He's the first Tiger with that many fouls. Juergens and Anderson Porish in for Huron. Haig and Gavin Smith are back in for Brookings. Elwine, Miles Elwine, and Chase off for Huron. One team foul apiece, 2:20 to go, third quarter. Brookings runs the out of bounds. Comes all the way up top to Haig. Flicks to the left side, Jones. Jones out there with Porish. That's freshman on freshman. Lease at the top of the key. In the corner, it's Haig against Schultz. Haig into the paint, threw it behind his teammate, and Lease won't catch up to it. That'll be an over and back. Huron forces another Bobcat turnover. With 2:04 to go here in the third quarter. Huron will inbound by the team bench. Comes up top to Juergens. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Huron up 18. Juergens, couple of dribbles. Right, they'll lob it in to Elwine, who catches and shoots in one motion on a pretty lob from Anderson Porish. Huron up by 20, 46-26. Brookings breaks the press into the front court. Lease has it outside. They'll go in low post to Huntemer, and a foul going to go on Carter Porish. Very minimal contact by Carter as Jennings Huntemer, he was a little out of control, it looked like, as he tried to turn around. Carter Porish picks up his second, and Jennings Huntemer will shoot two. Minute 37 to go, third quarter. Free throw, no good for Huntemer, as Chase will come back in and replace Blake Elwine. Gavin Anderson is back in for Brookings. As Huron up by 20, and a free throw still pending here for Jennings Huntemer. Second shot is short, no good. Ball tipped out. Schultz with the rebound off the tip. James into the front court. Has Juergens on the right wing. Mason, bounce pass, and here's a pushing call going to go on Brookings. Same thing they've been calling on Huron. The foul will be on Jennings Huntemer, and that will be his second. Huron will run the out-of-bounds play on the baseline, far end of the floor from me. Juergens looks to inbound. In the middle goes to Carter Porish. He has a lane, had the ball tipped. Now gets control of it again and is fouled underneath the basket. Carter slid down the lane. It looked like he was going to have an easy hoop, but he either bobbled it or somebody got a hand on it, and then he tried to regain control, and that's when he got fouled. Gavin Anderson with the foul, his second. Third team on Brookings with a minute 23 to go, third quarter. Huron up by 20. Inbounds comes to Schultz Jr. Jimmy will drive baseline, give it back to Chase for three, short. Rebound, and who's going to slap it around? Carter Porish gets it. Three for Juergens, in and out. And finally the rebound, Tetzloff, and a foul going to go on Huron. Couple opportunities there, don't go for Huron. James Schultz Jr. with the foul. That is his first and the third team on Huron. Huron still showing the pressure here, up by 20 with a minute 7 to go in the third quarter. Pass comes up ahead, dangerous pass, but they do get it to Jones. Slides in the middle to Tetzloff. He's double teamed. Jones in the corner for three, got it. The ninth grader, Jones, Hayden, has a pair of threes. In the lead at 46-29, Huron. 45 seconds to go, third quarter. Juergens on the outside. Straight man, it looks like, by Brookings, especially with Blake Elwine off the floor now. Trying to get the post up to Chase, and the entry pass overthrown by Carter Porish. The ball turns back over to Brookings. Shot clock is off with 33 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Huron still showing the pressure, bringing the ball up. Gavin Smith into the front court. Jones cross court. Lease at the top of the key with 20 seconds to go, third quarter. Brookings going to run the offense, right side. Nice catch, Smith. Smith brings it back up top, 14-13 to go. Nice catch over there on the right side by Andrew Heinze, who's in the game. Didn't see him check in. 7 seconds to go. Open three off the right elbow, short. Rebound Tetzloff, stripped by Juergens, stripped again, and they call foul on Juergens on the second strip. And both of them look from here to be all ball. That's a tough one for Juergens. Tetzloff will get 2 free throws with less than a second to go here in the third quarter. Boy, it was 2 strips by Juergens, and they both look clean from here. Tetzloff misses the free throw. That's probably justice for Mason Juergens. One more shot for Tetzloff, and he missed them both. Rebound Porish, and that will end the third quarter. Huron with the lead, 46-29. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
ProClean Plus offers epoxy floor coating for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at ProClean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East, or check out their website at procleanplus.net. ProClean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
At Car Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIKV.
We head to the fourth quarter. Huron in control of 46-29. Shooting in the third quarter at Brookings 3 of 8 and Huron 5 of 12. Huron was 3 of 3 from the free throw line, while Brookings was 0 for 4. Starters on the floor for Huron to start the fourth quarter, and it does look like the starting 5 out there for Brookings as well. Brookings, they have back-to-back home games Friday, Saturday with the Rapid City schools. Not sure which order. Huron off till Saturday, doubleheader here at the arena with Sioux Falls Jefferson. Here's Bauer with the jumper. It's short, ball tipped up, and Chase goes high for the board. Anderson Porish in the front court has a lane, leans in against Tetzloff, and evidently lost the ball on the way up out of bounds. It turns back over to Brookings. We're just underway in the fourth quarter. Huron 46, Brookings 29. Now they're looking to wipe some sweat off the ball, I guess. The basketball, as it were. Huron still showing some pressure in the middle. Tetzloff, he's in the front court, gets it to Bauer. Now in the corner, Johnson. Lease at the top of the key. Lease swings the right side, Bauer. Chase gets out on him, low post, and Hunnemer running the baseline. Jones gets the bucket. His first point since a 3 in the first quarter. Brookings back within 15. 3 for Blake Elwine, in and out. Blake has not been able to connect from long distance tonight. Up the floor, Brookings into the front court. Lease at the top of the key. Johnson on the left side. Baseline to Hunnemer. That's Jones, the older of the Hunnemer boys. On the left wing, back up top to Lease. Lease at the key. Now flips left side to Hundemer again. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They get it to Tetzloff on the baseline, puts the shoulder down, shoots over Davis Chase, forced it up, no good. Rebound Blake Elwine. Blake, top of the key. Looks, he'll take the jumper, corner of the lane, no good. Rebound tipped out, and Brookings controls. 6.5 minutes to go. Brookings down the floor. Reverse layup, no good. Elwine made Hundemer change the shot. Blake back into the front court, and Blake gets knocked over going to the hoop. Good sportsmanship as Tetzloff helps him back up. And looks like they're going to say that was on the floor. Tetzloff with his second foul. And Huron will run the out of bounds play on the baseline with 6:17 remaining. Porish in the corner, and he traveled, changed his pivot foot evidently. Right in front of Buddenhagen, too. Buddenhagen kind of looking at the official, but didn't really say anything. A sluggish start to the fourth quarter for Huron as they lead at 46-20, or 46-31. Lob comes all the way in the front court. Johnson, Tetzloff, wraparound pass baseline to Hundemer. Has to come back out with it. Lease. Brookings will set up the top of the key. Johnson, now Bauer. Dumps it to the high post. Tetzloff goes down low. Shot blocked. Ball tipped up, and who's going to control it? And Bauer couldn't come up with it, but they're going to say last touched by Elwine. Brookings will keep possession. Lease had the ball underneath, but had to change his shot because he had Elwine looming. But Brookings will get another opportunity as Huron couldn't grab the loose ball. Tetzloff right wing, up top Bauer. Bauer comes back left side. Johnson on the baseline to Hundemer. Hundemer goes in, low post, Tetzloff. Tetzloff powers his way up. Did he travel? No, they're going to call a foul on the ground on Elwine. Now, I will say Tetzloff is initiating all the contact in that sequence, but it's not often the offensive player gets called for that unless it's like shoulder down, I'm going to go through you. Blake Elwine picks up his second. Brookings will run the out of bounds on the baseline. Lease will get it all the way out. Stolen by Elwine. He's one-on-one with Johnson. Down the floor, goes right by him for the layup. What's that, the third or fourth dunk of the night for Blake Elwine? In the backcourt, a foul going to go on Juergens. Mason Juergens with his first. And the second team on Huron. 48-31, 5:37 to go in the game. Schultz Jr. in. Juergens out for Huron. Lob comes into Lease as he's being watched out there by Schultz. Lease will drive, go into a double team, and again a foul on Huron, and you can make a case there was a travel as Lease took a long step to go between Elwine and Schultz, and Miles Elwine picks up his fourth foul. And 2 free throws pending for Lease. Noah Lease has not scored in the game. He'll shoot 2 here. 5.5 minutes to go. Free throw is good. Neither team's got much going on offense here in the fourth quarter. 5:33 to go in the game, and Brookings has scored 3 points. Huron has scored 2. One more shot for sophomore Noah Lease. He gets them both. 48-33, the lead back at 15 for Huron. Schultz sets up the offense in the front court. Flips to Blake Elwine, right side. Blake will blast to the hoop, and dunk number 5, I believe. Blake Elwine, another dunk as he just drove the baseline. 50-33, Huron up by 17. Hundemer in the front court, breaks the press, almost lost it. Gets control back to Bauer. Brookings will set it up as we hit 5 minutes to go in the game. Lease way outside, gets to Bauer on the right wing, goes right by Chase, and Chase going to be called for his third foul. Kind of stuck his arm out there and gets called for the block. And already 4 team fouls on Huron. Brookings will have the bonus the rest of the way, and Jace Bauer at the line to shoot 2. Bauer with 9 points, a pair of threes, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 of 3. He's in double figures with 10. Believe he is the first Bobcat with double digits in the game. As Brookings pulls within 16, second free throw pending for the senior Bauer. Hit them both. He's got 11. 50-35. Huron's lead back at 15. Blake Elwine into the front court. Walks the ball up, now flips back to Schultz. Schultz been running the offense for the most part here in the fourth quarter. Blake Elwine out there with Bauer, gets a screen from Chase. Now Blake will drive, pull up, 15-footer, baseline is good. Blake Elwine now with 27. And Huron up 17, 52-35. Inside of 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Hunnemer on the left wing, hands it off to Johnson in the corner, and the pass was too wide. Bauer trying to get it to Lease and threw it way behind Lease. Out of bounds, it'll be Huron ball, as back in is the 9th grader for the Brookings Bobcats, Hayden Jones. 4:15 remaining. Huron's been in control of this one most of the way. 52-35, Tigers on top with 4:10 to go in the game. Schultz Jr. bounce pass, Carter Porish back in for Huron. Up top, left side now is Juergens. Juergens looks inside, cross court, right side Elwine. Blake gets a screen. Now Chase hands back, Blake for 3, got it. Blake had missed a bunch of threes, hits one there, timeout Huron. Huron up 54-35, 3:47 to go. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Teams need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located at 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJB.
3:47 to go in the game. Huron leading 54-35. Huron uses their second time out there. I thought maybe they'd bring some of the bench players in, but it's still 4 starters plus James Schultz Jr. on the floor for Huron. Straight man by Huron. Brookings. Lease hands it off to Hunnemer on the outside. Flips back to Lease on the left wing. Gets a screen. Lease at the top of the key. Drives the lane. Got caught up in traffic. And a foul going to go on Carter Porish. And all Carter was doing was defending as Noah Lease just went flying in there without much of a plan. Oh, they're going to call it an Anderson Porish. I thought they're going to go on Carter. So Anderson Porish with the foul. That is his second, but now Brookings in the bonus the rest of the game with 3.5 minutes to go. Free throw for Lease is good. He's 3 for 3 on free throws, all here in the fourth quarter. 54-36 Huron. One more shot for the sophomore, Noah Lease. Got them both.
2 at the line, Noah Lease.
And now Brookings wants a timeout. 3:31 to go in the game. Huron up 17, 54-37. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dakota Sports KIJD, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Off the Brookings timeout, they show full court pressure. Huron breaks it. Anderson, Porish in the front. Now Huron will spread the floor. See if they try to run some shot clock here. Flip Porish to Porish. Top of the key, Juergens. Right side, Elwine. That's Blake. Cross court, Schultz Jr. on the wing. Anderson, Porish takes a long three. Short. Rebound comes straight down to Tetzloff. Running in transition, Hunnemer feeds in the corner, Bauer. Bauer underneath, reverse layup, no good. Rebound Schultz, and he got whacked down to the floor. Foul will be on Jace Bauer, I presume. That'll be his second. And just the second team on Brookings. Now Huron will empty the bench. 5 new guys on the floor is Ty Kleinsasser, Nolan Staley, Josh Gilbert, Chase Schuhart, and Bryson North come on the floor. So it looks like the starters will be finished for the night, as Huron will notch their 7th win of the season halfway through the 10 games into the 20-game season. And there's the ball thrown away by Kleinsasser. Ball tapped away by Schuhart. Huron turns it over initially on the press. So halfway through the season for Huron effective tonight. As I mentioned in the pregame, this is only the 7th game of the season for both the Brookings girls and boys. That means they got 13 games left to go here in about 6 weeks. Now they do play twice this weekend. They'll be hosting the 2 Rapid City schools Friday night, Saturday afternoon. Roller in the paint, another foul on Huron. It's getting to the point now where if Brookings goes into the paint, they're gonna draw a foul one way or another. Noah Lease will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 4 for 4 from the line. All here in the 4th quarter. 5 for 5 as he makes the first free throw. 55-38. Huron with 2:46 to go. This 4th quarter is kind of drug on forever. Lease hits both free throws. Well, Brookings is 8 for 8 for free throws in the 4th quarter. That's after they were 0 for 4 in the 3rd quarter. Now Brookings comes in with a new 5, so presumably the starters' night is over. 55-39. Huron on the offense now. Gilbert on the outside. Bounce pass Kleinsasser on the left wing. Kleinsasser. Tip back Staley. Cross court Schuhart. Baseline. Bounce pass to Gilbert. Schuhart. Open 3. Kleinsasser is short. And the rebound for Brookings. Brookings, some new guys in there. Gavin Anderson, here's a drive baseline. Little jumper is up, no good. Rebound tipped out. Who's going to come out of there with it? Brookings does. Second try, no good. Both shots were by Andrew Heinze. And Huron clears it out inside of 2 minutes to go in the game. Kleinsasser to Gilbert. In the corner, North with a ball fake. He'll drive in. Kick back out to Staley. Now right side, Kleinsasser. Bryson North for 3, it's short. And out of bounds, the ball will go back to the Brookings Bobcats. 55-39 Huron. Brookings pushes it up ahead to Gavin Smith. And right side, Gavin Anderson. Handed off to Haig, who's back into the game. They'll reset the offense. Hand off back up top, Anderson. They work the perimeter. Haig in the corner. Haig looking to post up, down low to Hunnemer, and the ball knocked away by Kleinsasser. Will remain Brookings ball with 10 seconds on the shot clock. And coming into the game for Huron is Reagan Dirksen, and also in for the Huron Tigers is Neil Salmon. So I think anybody who's got a quarter left on the bench has got in. Inbounds up top of the key. Tunnemer drives, leans in, shot up, no good. Salmon has the rebound. Salmon will walk it up, flip to Gilbert as we near 1 minute to go in the game. Left side, Salmon for three. Yes! Neil Salmon knows how to shoot a three. Now they're going to stop play just to get a couple more Brookings Bobcats in. .59 seconds remaining, and Huron back up by 19, 58-39. So Huron will get back in the win column and go to 7-3 on the season. Bobcats work the perimeter. Haig in the corner. Stops, flips back in the corner. New guy in there for Brookings. That is Gavin Foreman. Haig in the corner for three. Front of the iron, no good. And Dirksen with the rebound, much to the delight of the Huron Tiger student section. Can just about dribble out the clock. There's about a second and a half difference. Game clock, shot clock here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Salmon, another three. Two in a row. Neil Salmon hits a pair of threes. He had a bunch of threes in the JV game, in the parts I watched. Brookings, this will be the final possession of the game, I'm sure. Haig, baseline, double team, kick back out. Three for Brookings is short, and that will end the ball game. And the Huron Tigers win it, the final. Huron 61, Brookings 39. Huron now 7-3, while Brookings drops to 0-7. 2-minute timeout. Gary Zell Auto Glass post game is next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and their Tiger post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars, trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repair, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. The Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Huron Tigers get the sweep tonight of the Brookings Bobcats. The girls' game, Huron wins 42-30, behind 24 points by Hilton Hines, and the Signature Plus player of the game, Addie Knight. And the Huron boys complete the sweep, just finished 61-39. They take care of Brookings, and Blake Elwine 30 points for the Huron Tigers. Let's do a Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Seven Sons Heating and Air at 605-352-5316 at 111 Dakota Avenue North. AA Girls Finals, Roosevelt defeated Harrisburg 55-48. T Area 55, Watertown 29, O'Gorman 83, Aberdeen 55, Sioux Falls Jefferson 62, Yankton 32, And Pierre defeated, or is just about ready to take care of Douglas as they lead 67-46 late in the game. Some boys AA scores: Pierre 61, Douglas 38, O'Gorman 64, Aberdeen 38. Roosevelt defeated Harrisburg 72-62. Jefferson defeated Yankton 49-47 in overtime. And that's what we have for AA boys. There was not a lot of area games going on tonight, with the 281 teams all having played last night. And just looking to see, Mount Vernon Plankinton leads Redfield 57-51 late in the ball game. That's a boys update, and well, that's about all on file. There we go. Wagner and Miller. Wagner defeated Miller 68-60 in boys. Girls finals here, and again, that's just a couple of those Class A scores. Wagner defeated Miller 58-36, and Redfield topped Mount Vernon Plankinton 40-29. That is your Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. 2-minute timeout. We'll run down the stats next as we continue on the Garysville Auto Glass post game. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
With Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at Pop? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers. PB Sports, downtown Huron.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
So, where do you want to go eat?
How about that new place, the 18th century theme restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ Blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for
hot eats and cool treats.
Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feeds help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIKD.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena. The Huron Tiger basketball teams complete the sweep tonight of Brookings. The boys' game just in the book, 61-39. Huron defeats the Brookings Bobcats tonight. Rundown on the scoring for Brookings as they drop to 0-7 on the season. One player in double figures, Jace Bauer, had 11. He had back-to-back threes in the third quarter. 8 points for Bergen Tetzloff. He had 6 points in the first quarter, and then Huron kind of took him out of the game the rest of the way. 6 points apiece for Noah Lease and Hayden Jones, and 5 points for Jones Hunnemer. For the Huron Tigers, now 7-3. They reach the middle point of the season. Blake Elwine with 30 points, 9 points for Davis Chase, 7 for Mason Jurgen, 6 for Neil Solomon, 4 points for Carter Porish, and 3 points for Miles Elwine. 2 points for James Schultz Jr. Shooting in the game for Brookings, 11 of 39 from the field, 28%, 6 of 18 from the three for 33%, and 11 of 18 from the free throw line. Brookings was 8 for 8 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Before that, they were struggling from the line. for the Huron Tigers. 23 of 50 from the field for 46%. 6 of 23 on threes for 26%. And Huron was 9 of 9 from the free throw line. 23 rebounds for Brookings, 7 for Bergen-Tetzlaff. For the Huron Tigers, they had 28 total with 6 for Blake Elwine. Turnovers tonight, 16 for Brookings, 12 for Huron. And while Huron wasn't always on top of the game there on offense, defensively, once they settled down in the second quarter, Brookings just struggled to get much of anything accomplished. And the Tigers go on to the victory, and now 7-3. They'll have tomorrow off from practice, I'm told, and then Thursday, Friday, practice and prep for Sioux Falls Jefferson coming in for a doubleheader Saturday. I think it's the 11 o'clock start for the lower levels, with the idea the girls varsity will tip off at 2, then the boys to follow at about 3:30. A little extra wiggle room in there to maybe get those varsity games started on time. So that'll be the schedule for Saturday. I assume, I don't have anything in front of me, but I assume the boys' lower levels will be in the middle school with the girls' lower levels here at the arena, since they usually swap back and forth with that for the double headers. So I see the Huron Tiger players are out on the floor, so that means we'll probably get a visit very shortly from Tim Buddenhagen. Coach will talk about this game, talk about Jefferson. We'll also select our Signature Plus player of the game as well, as the Tigers pick up the win here tonight. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes and return here to the arena. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJB are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena, where the Huron Tigers complete the sweep tonight. Girls win 42-30, and the boys just completed a 61-39 win over the Brookings Bobcats. And Huron Tiger coach Tim Buddenhagen joins us here tonight. And coach, a little slow start there offensively, but bottom line is the press started to play some dividends. We opened ourselves up. I think Blake must add about 5 dunks, either 4 or 5 dunks tonight. A lot of that comes off defense, and well, it took a little while. Once we got things flowing on defense, then the offense took care of itself.
Yeah, and I think we need to come out this way, just because I think it jump starts us. Like we told them before the game, the engine's got to start hot tonight. I thought it did. but we got to continue to progress from here. Defensively, I thought we played well. We didn't have a lot of penetration to the basket. We're going to have to get a lot better before Jefferson comes in on cutting down penetration, because Unzen's a really finesse type player that likes to get to the hoop and likes to set up other guys and then can step back and shoot the three. So we got work cut out for us, but a lot better tonight, I thought, defensively, energy, effort, execution, all was really good tonight too.
Well, you did say in the pregame you were working on a few different things. I assume it was on that 1-3-1 press, just to kind of get something different going, maybe something you can sink your teeth into a little more.
Yeah, the 1-3-1 press, trying to keep teams out of the paint, and then also gapping a little bit more defensively, where we can play in a gap instead of ball denial, because most of the time teams are taking us out further from the hoop than we want to be, and that creates a gap for a really good penetrator or ball handler to get to the rim. So we got to cut down the penetration lanes by gapping it instead of going out there and denying ball denial. So we got a lot of work to do on the defense, but I liked how we flew around. I like how we helped each other out. We're just trying to play as a unit, play 5 guys playing as one instead of one guy. Hey, you got the ball. You got Schaefer tonight. You got to keep them out of the paint. Now it's everybody's job to keep them out of the paint.
Yeah, just kind of rotate guys around, because there's always going to be mismatches. Anybody we play on defense, but that can go the other way too. We got a big on a small for them. That doesn't always turn out well for us either. So you got to be prepared for whoever the defensive assignment is.
Right, and I think that everybody has to be in tune and focused on, okay, what all those guys can do. I'm on Unzen now. What can he do? I got to keep him out of the paint. I got to make sure I got my hand up so he can't get an easy three. And then everybody else has got to help us out. So I think, communication-wise, I thought that was a lot better tonight. And when we switch screens and we're out on people, I think that just makes us better defenders when you know that, hey, I might get switched up on their best player. And now it's up to me to help out and try to keep them from the paint.
You look at Tetzloff, he had 3 buckets right in a row in the first quarter there, and then really never had an impact offensively the rest of the game. So just took a little while. We just made it less easy for his teammates to get him the ball, and once we started to wear them down, that kind of took him out.
Yeah, it did, and I thought we did a better job of pushing him off the blocks the second half. And then made it tough for him to score. It's tough to score on Davis and Andy and Carter, just because they're bigger. They've been in the weight room. They can push you around. We pushed them off the box a little bit further than he wanted to. And I think when we do that, then it's an opportunity for us then to help backside or ball side, because that first dribble's closer to the help guy on ball side. And as soon as he started putting it down, I thought our guys did a really nice job of attacking the ball.
And our signature plus player of the game went a little different here by side. I'm going to go with the theme for the girls. We chose Addie Knight mostly because of all the dirty work she does. And, well, let's do a dirty work guy for the boys as well, and that's Mason Juergens to a T. He's not expecting any headlines. He's just out there to play ball. He's going to do what you tell him to do most of the time. And he did pop 7 points all in the first half, and that was when the game was still competitive. He hit a big 3 there and hit a couple of free throws, and you just expect him to be in the right spot no matter what his assignment is.
Yeah, and he's getting it. He's watching some film, and he's getting that extra work part, because it is going to take some extra support. And if he can hit those shots, now the defenders have to stretch a little bit, and this guy can't help out. He made a timely cut tonight. When the ball went in, Blake kind of hesitated, and then Mason saw his guy double, so he made a timely cut instead of cutting right away. So he's starting to get it, and he's starting to think the game a lot more. And as a senior, that's what we need. You win with seniors, and I think that he's progressing really well right now, and we just got to continue to work with him.
I just go back to what the football coaches said about him. You don't really know what Mason is thinking about sometimes.
Yep. And now, when we called the timeout, he missed he was going to go get the reverse pass. He was going to cheat up on the guard instead of staying on Tetzloff. And I knew what he was doing, but his job is you got to stay in the middle.
Yep.
I know you're reading, but you got to stay in the middle because otherwise that's a big body getting the ball going downhill. And he understood that, but he goes, Coach, I thought I could get it. So we made a little adjustment at halftime where gave him the freedom to go get that reverse pass on the press and then squeeze the middle with Davis and Blake. And then we got to steal. I think Davis got to steal in the middle off of that.
And so you mentioned looking ahead, it's Sioux Falls Jefferson Saturday, doubleheader here, and they got an overtime win over Yankton tonight. But you know they're the same build as Yankton, the same build maybe as T. You know, those are the teams that give us trouble with their quickness, where they can spread the floor. You mentioned Unzen; he gave us trouble both times we played them last year.
Yeah, and they'll sub down where they're shorter. They'll go 5'10", 6'1", 6'2", and then put in maybe 6'3". So we're really going to have to make sure that we're ready to go. And again, we got to gap things. We got to always know where Unzen is. We really got to communicate well. And then I thought, our offensive coaches did a really nice job of, okay, we don't have anything. Quick strike, first 15 seconds. We don't have anything. Let's bring it back out. And then we're going to run a set just to slow the pace of the game down. So when we get against those teams that run a little bit, then we can slow things down and then run a play and then get some actions where we can slam the ball inside.
So I think boys just needed this tonight, able to get out, get and run, and pull away. Brookings made a few runs here and there, but for the most part felt we were in control. And after the last couple weeks, I think the boys just needed that. Now, we're at the middle point of the season. We're 7-3. So now just move forward, and the second half starts on Saturday.
Yep. Next step now. Next step is Jefferson. We could be favored in every game that we're going to play besides the Roosevelt game. And Roosevelt will play here. So we haven't lost, knock on wood, we haven't lost at home yet. We're 4-0. Tremendous crowd tonight. We appreciate it. Hopefully you have Saturday afternoon free. Let's pack this place and let's be loud because that's going to be another big stepping stone for us.
Tim Budnick, head coach of the Tigers. Tigers win it here tonight, going away 61-39 to move to 7-3. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, wrap it up here from the arena on Dakota Sports.
ProClean Plus offers epoxy floor coating for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at ProClean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East, or check out their website at ProCleanPlus.net. ProClean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.